Hey everybody, and welcome back to another session of Pokemon Let's Go. Hope you're all doing well. So, we're going to be continuing our shiny hunt after nothing happened yesterday. I tried to get my shiny, we wasted 4 hours doing nothing. For the record, anybody who was interested in, seeing me do a longer session, I do apologize ahead of time for, the fact that I didn't manage to make it through even, 5 hours last night. I was a little bit upset by the fact that I had spent several hours in game, in this Pokemon Tower, and nothing at all had spawned shiny, so I just wanted to get off the game after that point. It just felt like I was having bad luck and that nothing was going to fix it, so felt like I'd be better off continuing it the next day after that happened. So, here's the thing for today's stream. I am probably going to be doing a shorter session today, shiny or not, and if I get a shiny, yeah, it'll naturally be pretty short, but I don't think I'm going to do more than 3-4 hours tops today. I wanted to do more, I didn't get around to it in time, for multiple reasons. The big one, well, I think most of you are already aware of what happened earlier today and how there's that Pokemon Presents thing. We can talk about that in just a little bit, and I feel like that's a topic that's ripe for discussion right now and is probably something I want to talk about. I have a few things I want to go over first to just talk about for a little bit before I actually bother though going over the Pokemon Presents. I don't want to do it right away and talk about all that stuff, but I am interested in speaking on it. Okay, first things first, this is something that bothers me a little bit, and that's that I didn't plan to be playing this for 6 days. I've got 2 out of 3 shinies I was hunting for, which is good, but I have nearly gone on for a whole week, I'm pretty sure, without being able to change my game, because I've been stuck keeping my catch combo going in this, and frankly, it's kind of annoying, honestly. I want to be able to play something else. I had plans this week, and they're all just thrown away because of this shiny hunt taking longer than I anticipated it would. I might be a little impatient. I'm not exactly willing to say that I'm not really unwilling to admit that I've been a little bit impatient hoping for this last one, so I got my first 2, I guess, decently fast. Kadabra could have certainly been better. Abra happened quick enough that I didn't mind it entirely, but this is a little odd how I didn't get anything to show up yesterday. When I came down here the first time on the tower, that all that happened was a shiny Cubone. So yeah, let's talk about the stuff I wanted to stream. I hope this doesn't end up taking more than today. I hope we get done today. I have kind of low expectations because I'm worried after taking so long, especially how that initial Kadabra shiny hunt went. But yeah, I was going to play SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom, I believe came out yesterday, actually, and I was interested in streaming that yesterday. It couldn't happen, though, because I was busy trying to get my shiny here, and I couldn't turn off the game, and otherwise I would have broke my catch combo. I didn't really want to delay this anymore, so I wanted to get it over with. That's my biggest issue with this game. It stops me from doing these shiny hunt streams very often, because I as a streamer, I prefer to do the variety of games and play more stuff, and when I'm stuck here playing the same game for several days in a row, and it comes past 4 to 5 days of no other streams, it sometimes bothers me a little bit. I don't know if it bothers the viewers as much as it does me, but it's still not something I really enjoy doing, so I try to avoid letting that happen very often. Unfortunately, with the way this game's shiny hunting works, that's literally just how this is, and I can't really change it unless I want to play a PC game, and right now I'm not really ready for the next game I wanted to play that I was going to use a setup on PC for. I have a lot of things already put together, but I'm not really done yet. Let me think for just a second. Yeah, we were gonna play SpongeBob yesterday. I was hoping to play Ninjala today because it launched today, but lo and behold, look and see, we're still here in this game trying to get a shiny to end this shiny hunting session finally, and nothing has came up. A little disappointing. I'm actually curious, like, what's going on with the story mode, because I saw they added a story DLC, and I think it looks fine. It's labeled Chapter 1, though, so I'm wondering if they're going to do, like, several story expansions where you're going to have to buy, like, 4 or 5 chapters or something to get the whole experience. I was excited to see the multiplayer, but I hope they don't bother splitting it up into too many parts. Or it's not multiplayer, I mean the single player, like the story mode campaign. I'm gonna probably purchase the first one and check that out in a little bit. Actually, that reminds me, since this game is like similar to Splatoon, I actually recall when I played Splatoon 1, I really got a good time out of Splatoon when I was playing the story mode, and I enjoyed the multiplayer too. I've really liked what I've played out of Ninjala's multiplayer, and frankly, I'm getting similar vibes to the Splatoon story mode from like that game's story mode, so I hope I end up enjoying it just as much. The beta period was really, really good. Also, in terms of the like SpongeBob, I've been hearing like mixed receptions from people who've been playing it. Most people like say it's decent and it's pretty good for a licensed game, but it's not that great. I've also heard reports of like the frame rate being absolute ass and it not looking very good and being glitchy, so I don't know what to expect from that right now. Okay, I guess now is a good time. While she hasn't bring up the Pokemon Presents, I'll wait just a little bit more, though. I was going to mention something else, and I forgot about it completely. I've been feeling, like, really down, and I haven't been on my Discord as much. I believe I talked to you guys about how I was getting a new cat, and I did, and, well, things haven't gone great. I messed up a little bit when it came to, like, raising her, because I tried to punish her by, like, using a spray ball when she was acting up, and didn't really realize it would make her upset, and she's been avoiding me. Like, I only used it a few times, but she's not, like, willing to get close to me, and she's scratched me a few times. If I hold her, like, she gets anxious and upset, and I don't try to do anything besides just calm her down. I guess I'm just not good with cats. Both the cats I've had not the best relationship with, and it kind of sucks, honestly. I wanted to try and see if I could have a good relationship with cats, because I genuinely do like cats overall, but I am terrible when it comes to raising kittens, I've found. I don't think I would have as many problems with an adult cat, but I just don't know, and frankly, if things don't work out in like the next week or two, I might give her away or take her back to my parents and let them figure out what they can do to give her a better life. I wanted to repair my relation with my cat. I've been trying to get her to, like, calm down around me and trust me again with treats, but she hasn't really been willing to let me get too close to her, even though I've been friendly. I don't know, it's not been, like I said, both the times I've handled kittens so far have just not been great, unfortunately. I'm going to probably just, if I don't have things work out, I think I'm going to get a puppy. I've always been a big dog person. I like dogs a lot, and the fact that I thought I'd be able to translate some of that over to skills with a kitten. I'm just not as good with cats. Their temper, too, where they are quick to attack you if something goes wrong that they don't like. It kind of scared me away from owning them after this, and I'm at the point where I think I'm better off not holding onto a pet cat anymore. I've tried. I'm just bad with cats. It's not anything against cats, just I don't think I can handle it very well. Makes me a little depressed saying that, because I was hoping things would go well. This is coming from someone who's, like, had relationships with, like, I've told you guys my parents had cats. Like, they have, like, a bunch of, like, feral cats around their place, and I've interacted with some of the kittens before and, like, tamed up some of them, but I think it's partially because I've never really lived with and owned a kitten, so I'm not great with handling one for the first time. I'm just not used to it. I think there's a lot of things that, like, boil down to this. Like, I've actually read up on, like, some articles. Apparently, cats are actually less intelligent than dogs. Like, actually, like, I found out over an article that apparently cats have less neurons than dogs, or their thinking is not quite as... What's the right word for this, I guess? Well, they can't think things out as much as a dog can. Dogs have more... I think it's like dogs have more brain cells to process thoughts than cats do. Dogs are just usually smarter about these kind of things. You can, and like, actually discipline a dog and train it pretty well. Whereas a cat, like, they see any type of punishment or pain as bad, and they don't think they can screw anything up, so... I've learned that the hard way with both of the cats I've had, not trying to make them feel bad or hate me. They just didn't expect the reaction I would get from either one of them. I don't know. I'll update you guys how my pet situation goes over time, and if I have any luck with her getting my cat to actually calm down again. I'm hesitant to think anything will happen, though, and I don't really know if it will. I think it's probably too late because this cat isn't even... Oh, excuse me. That's something overcome my throat for a second where I couldn't speak. But yeah, I've had a lot of, like, trouble trying to get close to the cat, and I've been doing my best to, like, give her treats when I'm out of my room and, like, try to not get too close and try to make her realize I don't want to hurt her, but I don't think it's working out. Oh boy. Okay, right. I guess now is a good time to start talking about the elephant in the room. I was going to do it earlier, and now that I've got that last topic off my chest that I was meaning to talk about. Yeah, the Pokemon Presents today was not very good. It was not very... Like, it was actually really disappointing, I guess the best way I can say it. I expected better out of what the Pokemon Company was showing, and it was pretty lame. I should have had my expectations too high to begin with, but I mean, they kind of betrayed everybody for a moment there, at least it feels like it. Like, last presentation, they had quite a few announcements, and then at the end they tell us they've got like a big announcement coming like a week later, another presentation. It's going to be one game. Naturally, everybody assumed it's going to be something that's really good and like something mainline, especially since like one of the big highlights of that was seeing Pokemon Snap, like a new Pokemon Snap game. That was really nice to see. And then we come to this week and we get this fucking weird MOBA game that nobody asked for. I can safely say, yeah, like me and everybody else who assumed it was going to be either a Johto remake with like Let's Go, or anybody who was expecting Sinnoh remakes and like Diamond and Pearl stuff were pretty much kidding themselves. I think deep down inside, I kind of knew that it was going to be something disappointing and probably not going to be a remake of, like, Johto again. But I really wanted to hold out hype and hold out some hope that for some reason that maybe they'd have something good to show. Especially after how last week's was pretty good. Honestly, the worst part of it all is I think if they had just reorganized their actual games they showed off on the presentations, things would have been much better received. I genuinely think if they'd shown a MOBA game last week, not shown Pokemon Snap, and then saved this presentation for Pokemon Snap, then they'd probably have a lot less hate going on right now, and there'd be a lot less people angry with them over this. I don't know, I felt deceived, and their trailer they used is the absolute worst, too. Most of their trailers they seem to do, at least for, like, new generations or any big announcements, like, have, like, a bunch of showcases of, like, their older games, and, like, they use it to show new generations or whatever, or, like, a remake, even, something mainline in Pokemon. And then they fucking play this, and they lead into this fucking MOBA game, that Pokemon Unite thing, and I think everybody watching was pretty much united in saying, what the fuck? And no, that pun wasn't intentional. It was an interesting choice of word, but yeah. I don't know, it just looks like a shameless League of Legends clone, to be honest. I don't even play League of Legends. I know about MOBA games, and I haven't played like many. I played a little bit back in the day, like trying it out, and I didn't really like it too much. I expected a lot more, to say the least. The fact they put an entire presentation about this like up and just one game and like tried to hype it up just was like there was nothing to be excited about. I felt disappointed that I woke up for it. I got up around like 7:40 or something. I woke up because I don't know why I woke up actually. I just woke up early and I wasn't expecting to, and I saw that it's like, oh, it's only 20 minutes away from this presentation thing happening. Might as well stay awake and just watch it, and then I can go back to bed. I wish I'd just gone back to sleep, honestly. It was not worth my time, I feel like. I feel bad for everybody who stayed up and actually watched this fucking presentation after pulling like an all-nighter, because that must be like the worst feeling. To pull an all-nighter over something that ultimately was just really, really disappointing. I've heard that the reasoning behind this is basically like the reason they did this presentation, at least this is like all fan, and for that's the right word, supposition, I'm not sure how you say it, like, it's all fan theorizing, I guess would be the best way to describe it, and heard people say that maybe the reason they did this is because apparently this is a game they were partnered with Tencent for. I actually don't know like a huge amount about Tencent. I know like a little bit. I know they're like their big thing is they happen to, I think they're like behind a lot of shitty mobile games actually, and they've made like a lot of like crappy Pokemon ripoffs for mobile actually, I'm pretty certain. And then knowing it was going to be, after I realized it was the Tencent game, I was like, yeah, there's no way this will be any good. I don't even know Tencent's shitty history. Apparently they have a lot of stakes in a lot of companies, and they're not a very good company overall. I'm not surprised they probably asked the Pokemon company to actually make this for them like a separated project. Tencent probably wanted to cash in on hype, and then it fucking blew up in their face. What I've seen out of their stuff, I'm pretty sure they're not very good. Let me take a quick look at Wikipedia. I actually want to see what their game, like their most well-known games are, because I don't know Tencent very well. Let's see. Just gonna do this while I'm trying to refresh these. Some holdings. Okay, let me see. There's like a stuff based on their games. I don't see any games like mentioned here, which is funny, probably because they probably make a bunch of like shitty games that nobody actually likes, which would explain why they don't actually have anything listed here. I'm gonna see what the description on Wikipedia says, at least. See if I can find very much info here. It says Tencent is a Chinese multinational conglomerate holding company founded in 1998. The subsidiaries specialize in various internet-related services and products. Entertainment, artificial intelligence, technology, both in China and globally. It's okay. Here's the part that's important. It says Tencent is. Wait, hold on a second. I need to actually check my screen. This is the problem with like trying to read this stuff while also doing the shiny hunting. I have to have my attention split, and I need to be watching all the stuff that's coming up on the screen so I don't potentially miss something. It says they're the world's largest video game company, one of the world's most valuable companies. Okay, that's something I didn't know. Considering they put stocks and all sorts of shit, that's not shocking though. Let's see. Many services include social network, music, web portals, e-commerce, mobile games, internet services, payment systems, smartphones, and multiplayer online games. Yeah, it sounds like they churn out like a dime a dozen shit that nobody wants. I think I've seen some of their stuff. I just want to check and see if I can find any of their games. So, yeah, I think what I mentioned earlier kind of hits the nail on the head here about what kind of company this is. Just a second. Ugh. I never liked companies like this, honestly. They're all like the companies that always just fucking churn out a bunch of shit mobile games to make like a quick buck and run off with all the profit they make. Thankfully, it sounds like mobile games don't really tend to make like a ton of profit, so even if they're doing it, they're not really gaming the system too much, but I think Tencent's actually big enough they can keep pulling this shit and not lose too much money. I think what's the worst part of this is they could probably get away with this and not lose very much, because I feel like, in general, their stuff like... Tencent is the kind of company where they have a lot that they can bank on. They're putting a microtransaction-based MOBA on the Switch. I'm sure they're expecting like a bunch of people to download it for free, like it's going to be, and like probably people who actually want the game, which are very few, but I've read people that from the East might actually like the game, like Eastern countries might download it and get like a lot of a lot of people from the Eastern countries might decide to actually make purchases in-game for this. I don't know the markets very well, and I'm not trying to suggest I do, but it's just what I've heard overall. I feel like this game is bad looking. It doesn't look interesting in the slightest, and the fact that people dislike it says a lot about it. Hold on a second. Okay, they have a few games that are like owned, and I don't think they're made by them. Apparently they own PUBG, which is not something I was aware of. They also own League of Legends, Clash Royale. I remember hearing about that. Apparently they published Fortnite, which I wasn't aware of. Apparently there's something with FIFA here too. Yeah, no wonder they're probably not well known. Sounds like they're just like, or they're well known, excuse me, they're probably well known for really just sticking it out for money. Sounds like they don't care about more than trying to maximize their profits. Kind of a gross company. I didn't like what I saw, I'll put it that way. I don't really trust Tencent as a company from what I have seen. I'm pretty sure I've seen like a bunch of shitty mobile games from them, but I'm not going to try and look because there's not really a lot of lists. I tried to look earlier and didn't find anything. I think we can all agree this direct was like a waste of time, if you could even call it a direct. It didn't go anywhere. And for being like interested in Let's Go Johto, I am like extremely disappointed in what I got to saw and like soon got to see. I was hoping for something that would be really, really good. Hold on a second, I need to turn my fan on actually. I'm having a little bit of trouble getting my house to my apartment where I feel like I'm not too hot or too cold, so I need to turn the air on. I guess on the bright side, there was a lot of decent stuff that was announced yesterday in that New Game Plus Expo. Not Pokemon stuff, just game stuff in general, and there looked to be some quality titles. I'm still disappointed, though. I was hoping for something really nice, and look at what we ended up with. Oh well. I think the Game Freak said they weren't going to make it Let's Go Johto, and frankly, I'm not exactly upset they never do, but I feel like that's just PR talking, and I feel like they probably would consider it, especially since Let's Go did pretty well sales-wise. I bet there's a good chance of it actually happening. I mean, they've already got most of their work done for them, with basically all of Kanto being mapped out. All they have to do is work on Johto and the new Pokemon and make things... There's some slight changes for how Kanto is in Gen 2. I mean, people say, like, love to, like, quote companies saying stuff like, oh, we're not going to do a remodel, we're not going to release it in sequel to X game, and say, like, see, this is never going to happen, and usually companies just say that as, like, a blanket statement, so they won't have to reveal what they've got planned. Obviously, they're not going to tell you what games they're planning to announce later on the year and just be completely honest. I mean, some of them are, but in general, I don't know why anybody expected Game Freak to be open and say, yeah, we're going to have another Let's Go game right away, when they could save it for later and announce it at some other date and actually cause hype instead of just answering the first person who asks them. That's not how the game industry works. Same with like the Switch stuff, like the remodels. I mean, we probably won't get anything this year, but if we do, it wouldn't be because Nintendo said we wouldn't. It'd be because the fact that really it's just that they weren't ready. I don't think they would tell us flat out unless they were planning to announce it, though. Honestly, this year has been a little bit on the side for Nintendo stuff. Not terrible. I mean, the DLC for Smash and Pokemon doesn't seem bad. I don't really care much about the Pokemon DLC. I'll still check out the Sword and Shield stuff, but as far as Smash stuff goes, I actually like how the first fighter on the second fighter pass looks, and I'm hoping the next one will be just as good. And I mean, Animal Crossing was really good. All the releases they've had have been great. The biggest thing that's like concerning is the fact that most of them are re-releases. That's an issue with every company right now. It's either ports, remakes, or re-releases or something like that. It's not really been much new releasing this year, unfortunately. I really hope that next month when we get Paper Mario that it's actually good. I'm gonna have a healthy bit of skepticism before I get it though, and I'm buying physical to avoid potentially getting burned out on other game that I may not actually like very well. So I mean, it's better than buying it digitally. After Sticker Star and Color Splash, like, I think it's only natural to want to exercise caution there. You know, funny, like, speaking about Sticker Star in particular, Sticker Star had the potential to be a good game. People might say it didn't, but the original trailer for or not even trailer, I don't know if it was a trailer, it might have been just like screenshots if I remember correctly, but yeah, there was like an original thing from an E3 where they showed Paper Mario on 3DS, and it looked completely different from what we actually ended up getting for Sticker Star. There was like a partner which looked like they were still being worked on. They had the enemies that were pretty much the standard for Paper Mario and looked unique enough, and frankly, like, the environments looked interesting and looked like it would have panned out to be a very, very good new Paper Mario game, and instead, it just didn't end up being that interesting. Actually disappointing, too. Like, it showed, like, what could have been a really cool Paper Mario game, and then everything got changed. I know Miyamoto's blamed for that for the most part. I don't know if it's actually more Miyamoto's fault, or if it's, like, actually shared and, like, who caused this. I will say, I don't know if I like the guy who's, like, been behind, like, most of the modern Paper Mario stuff recently, like, what's his name? He led that Metroid Prime Federation Force project. I don't really care about that game. I thought it wasn't very good looking, and most of the stuff I've seen his name on didn't seem very good in the first place. One of these being Sticker Star and also Color Splash, as well as Federation Force. That's not a good sign, in my opinion. Tanabe, is that it? Let me see. Let me try Googling it. Yeah, this is the guy. I think he's been leading behind, like, most of the modern Paper Mario stuff, and also he was like in charge of like Metroid Prime Federation Force. This guy seems like he's entirely out of touch with what Nintendo fans actually want. I don't know why people defended Metroid Prime Federation Force, because it was not that good looking and it didn't play that good either. There was a reason why the Metroid fan base hated it, and I'm gonna be honest, like, it doesn't seem to matter what Nintendo does. There'll always be people defending every decision they make, even if it's totally awful. I love them as a company, but God, some of their decisions are so shitty. Federation Force is one of those examples. Same with, like the whole Paper Mario situation. I've only seen, like, a few people, but I mean, seeing people who try to defend Sticker Star, it's like, why? I've seen people who don't even play Paper Mario who were interested, think they'd get into, like, the gameplay, because they didn't expect it to be, like, like other Paper Mario because I hadn't played it and they wanted to see what this game was like, expecting it to be fun. It just immediately, like most people I've seen play this, immediately turned them away from the gameplay, and it wasn't very good, so I think Sticker Star is pretty universally agreed to be like a bad game and not very good. The Mario name doesn't even really impact that too much, more than making it synonymous with the series that actually has high quality. Hopefully this game is good. I really hope it is. It's going to be a shame if this means that Mario and Luigi is like dead since Alpha Dream was dissolved, and now there's the matter that there's a new Paper Mario game, but it's still questionable if it'll actually be good. I want something that'll be fun. What really, really hurts to say, and it's not even necessarily a bad thing, but I think Super Paper Mario unintentionally, like, paved the path for the series to go down this, like... I guess, paved the series to go down this path, and it wasn't exactly a good one, like... Super Paper Mario is a good game. I genuinely think that. The story is really great. The gameplay is a little on the easy side. The characters are alright, like, they've done the best designs in the world, like... The world building is really good. I like the music. I like a lot of things about it. It had the soul of the first two Paper Mario games, I think, and it was really good. However, I think that the fact they changed things so much to Super Paper Mario is what opened the gates for them to start making all these changes, and it did not go in a great direction, as you guys can obviously tell, looking at Color Splash and Sticker Star, and hopefully Origami King is just better than it looks. I don't know if I have any faith in that being the case, though. I don't know. We still got a little while, under a month before it comes out, but I'm hopeful it'll turn out good. I guess we'll just have to wait and see, and maybe it'll be good. I don't know. I'm really sad that there's not been any Paper Mario games that I've connected with since Super Paper Mario. I wanted to give Color Splash a fair chance, but there were a lot of really bad design choices that I can't overlook. The big thing that I haven't seen anybody try to defend in Sticker Star and Color Splash, and easily the most indefensible part of the games, is having, like, required items to beat the boss fights, or if not, you have to, like... You stand a significantly worse chance, of beating the boss without having these items. That's annoying, and I don't think anybody will defend that too much. That's like a really, really bad game design choice. I mean, I'll be honest, they seem like they're stepping in the right direction with Origami King. I hope they just actually do end up making this a really good game. There's some really odd choices, like the fucking bosses, like the fucking colored pencils thing and the... What was it? The other one is the thing, as a duct tape roller or whatever. That was like, yeah, that might be the right word for it, but you know what I'm trying to say. Those kind of things, that's not really creative or cool in any way. It's just stupid. I hope that this game turns up good, though. Maybe it'll end up being fun, and I'll end up enjoying it really well. I don't know. I'm hoping I'll like it. I'm surprised they haven't had... Excuse me. God, why can I not speak correctly today? But excuse me. Can't understand why we haven't had any other announcements for, like, any first-party stuff yet. We've mostly had, like, 2 games from Nintendo on the way for most of the year. Even if it's been, like, something like a minor game, like how they did that hashtag FE thing alongside Animal Crossing both being announced, and then they announced Xenoblade's release date site before it came out, and like I said, they turned it into doing in Clubhouse games before that, and for then Paper Mario announced in 1 game, and it's getting close to the release date for this Paper Mario game. Still got a little while longer, but I kind of want to know what's coming up next. Especially with everybody else getting ready to show off their stuff. I'm pretty sure after, like, all the stuff we've seen from the Summer Games Fest, I'm pretty sure Microsoft's supposed to have, like, a presentation sometime in July about the Xbox Series X. I might be mistaken about that. I think it was July, though. I want to know what Nintendo's been up to this year, because this coronavirus stuff happened. If the Mario Remasters rumor is true, I feel like they should just announce it already and give us a release date. I feel like most of the people who would be interested in it would already know about it due to a leak if it's actually real, and frankly, it would be good to know it's coming at the very least, instead of waiting and just finding out over taking, like, God knows how long. I mean, they're remasters of like 3D Mario games. How long is it going to take to produce these? If it was brand new stuff, I'd be cutting them a little more slack, but it doesn't seem like it should need this much time. I don't want to rush them, though. I do want them to take time on their games and make them good. I will commend Nintendo, though. Out of all the stuff I picked up this year from them, I feel like I have enjoyed pretty much all of it. I've enjoyed playing through what I had played through of Xenoblade. I've enjoyed Animal Crossing thoroughly, even though I haven't played it for a while. Actually, speaking of Animal Crossing, I'm going to try and stream it Saturday for the bug-off stuff. Hopefully we end up getting done with Pokemon by then. I'm kind of worried that this is going to keep going and we're not going to get our shiny today, because it's been a little while and nothing's shown up. That's worrying, frankly. I don't want that to continue. But yeah, I'm going to try to finish this before then and hopefully do the bug off in Animal Crossing. I genuinely hope this finishes today, actually. I want to be done. I don't want to be stuck with this shiny hunt for a whole week and trying to get the third Pokemon that I was trying to obtain out of this series of streams I'm doing. But we'll see. If I wasn't so bad about my stamina for streaming, I would have done more yesterday and tried to get it, but I didn't feel like I was able to hang in there. I felt like I was getting too tired, so yeah. I thought about maybe doing 2 streams of this today, and I think I might still consider it. I'm gonna do at least 3 hours instead of do 3 to 4 hours. If I only do 3, I will contemplate a little bit later if I want to do another session later on in the day. We'll just see. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a lot to be excited about right now from Nintendo. I hope there's a Direct on the way. I really, really do. I feel like now is a good time for new announcements. I know they told their devs not to wait on Directs, but there's been like rumors of potentially doing a Direct relatively soon, and I kind of hope it's true because we just don't have a lot to look forward to at the moment, and they've been really silent, especially as of lately. Like, normally around E3 there'd be more announcements and more stuff going on. Surely we can get at least one more new first-party game announcement going before Paper Mario comes out. Like, surely there's something they can announce. Unless they're holding back some stuff to reveal in a Direct, in which case that'd be exciting. I guess we'll find out relatively soon, though. Actually, hang on a second. I'm gonna check something. This isn't really Nintendo themselves. I count the Pokemon Company announcements and Game Freak stuff like separated from Nintendo, even though it is kind of first party, but I'm curious. I don't remember, did new Pokemon Snap have a release date of 2020? I guess I can check really quickly. Google. Let's see. Yeah, there's the name. Let me see. I don't see where the release date is, if they even showed it. Back then I looked on Google, it didn't show a release date. I don't think they gave like a direct date, but I was trying to see if it was TBD or... Yeah, it says TBD on the date. I mean, I won't lie, it didn't look like it was like super early in development, but I don't know how far they could have been, how much would have been done. It looked like it could have been nearly finished, so I feel like a release date for this year would make sense. That'd be something to be excited for if we had an actual release date. I guess I should go over... I don't actually talk about the Pokemon stuff enough. I talk about it sometimes, but like I could give my thoughts on the stuff the Pokemon Company has done overall this year, and deliver like summary of how I feel. I'll be like honest here. I think they're first. Let me check something. I need to like check the price on this before I say any more. It's about that mystery dungeon thing. Yeah, let me just see what the price point is. Looking at the Nintendo's website, I think it's 60. Yeah, it's 60. I remember the original Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, and they remade it here, and it's a good game. I think there's a decent amount of content, but I still don't like how it's the fucking remake of a Game Boy Advance game, and it's double the price. And I don't even remember it being that long in content, despite it being good. So I feel like the price point they asked for it was not good, to say the least. And I feel like I would have likely bought it if it was like closer to $40, no problem. I couldn't really make myself buy it though at 60. I just didn't think it'd be worth the price point. It looks really, really good, even though it's a remake. And I like I said, part of my problem was the fact there's too many remakes and re-releases this year. So yeah, that's not exciting that we've mostly just got older games this year getting re-released. Let's see, what else did they talk about? They don't have any news on that Pokemon Sleep thing they announced. I don't know what that's gonna turn up like. It's interesting how they announced it and they haven't said anything. I still have mixed feelings on the Sword and Shield DLC. I think the Isle of Armor looks kind of in terms of how good it is. I don't think there's anything really exciting about it, looking at it personally. However, I do think the Crown Tundra DLC looks like it has potential. I think this is why I was like, even like before that announcement for the MOBA game happened, I was still thinking, yeah, and there's probably not going to be a chance of something new. Even Let's Go Johto, when I was watching, I had a feeling that these two DLCs would like basically be a substitute for a new game this year, and they probably wouldn't want to cannibalize their own sales, so they didn't bother announcing anything else. I think those are like the big announcements. I talked about new Pokemon Snap already. They had that Pokemon Smile thing, and it's actually kind of clever. I might actually try it at some point, because I don't have the best teeth brushing habits, unfortunately, so could benefit using it a little bit, but I don't know how useful it actually is. I don't know, none of their stuff has got me excited this year, really. I don't really care for Pokemon overall, though, as a whole. Not really my cup of tea, to be honest. I've enjoyed this game, though, because it's been what I liked about the originals, like a little bit of a differing twist on it, and the whole following Pokemon and the shinies in the overworld is like a really cool thing. The overworld thing is just in general like something that was really great to see in this game. We should have had overworld Pokemon a long time ago, frankly. It's funny, it seems like when Pokemon came to consoles, like, we just got compromised version. I feel like Let's Go is still pretty good, like I said, but Sword and Shield, they cut out the fucking national decks, and the quality doesn't look great. This game is not the full experience. We haven't got a Pokemon game that really explores the limits of the system, and I doubt we ever will. Hey, whatever. Hopefully there'll be more Smash stuff that gets released. I'm a little worried after seeing how first DLC of the Fighter Pass 2 got pushed until June. It's not until the end of the month we're getting her. Or that we're... Like, it seems like it could have been significantly earlier without coronavirus problems. It kind of sucks knowing we may only see one other fighter, if even... Well, I think there might be a potential for one, maybe two more fighters this year, but I wonder if we'll even see that, honestly. I hope so, but I just don't know what to think right now. Hold on a second, I'm gonna move over because I'm back in not the best position right now. Honestly, I've been thinking about going back to ARMS one more time for the DLC launches and Smash. Just didn't play it again really quick. I enjoyed my last session, even though I didn't do very good. I'm surprised they didn't update the game any in, like, put in any slight changes at all to it, but I mean, hey, whatever. ARMS is a fun game while it lasted, and seeing it get support in Smash is a good thing. Honestly, I feel like a sequel's bound to happen thanks to the DLC. I just don't know when we could expect to see it. I think the bigger question is, will they try to go for direct sequel, or will they try to capitalize on the idea more and try to make another game that's similar to it? A lot of people have suggested them making a game where people use their legs for like kickboxing with like the stretchy limbs mechanic, and the lore kind of lends itself to that being possible, since I'm pretty sure the way it was explained is like any part of their body can get turned spring-like, so I mean, they could totally set that up if they could make it work. I don't know, it'd be weird, and I doubt that would work with motion unless they figured out some scheme for kicking, but whatever. It would be cool nonetheless. I didn't like the motion controls in ARMS anyway, so I wouldn't be bummed by no motion. Frankly, the Pro Controller in ARMS just works better, since you can control your movement easier. Okay, I'm just gonna talk about Switch third-party releases that I can think of really quickly that are still coming in the year, if I can remember some of them. I know we've got Bravely Default 2. I haven't tried it. It looks interesting. I think it'll be hopefully worth the money. I need to try the demo. I'll probably look at it and check it out sometime. And I think there was a mention of a possible new demo getting put up on the eShop that would have like transferable save progress. So if that came up, I can just hold out until that releases and see if it's any good. Even if I get it, though, I don't think I'm gonna bother streaming Bravely Default, so that'll probably be off the table. I'm not sure if, like, No More Heroes counts as a third party or not. That's a big one, though. No More Heroes 3 is, like, one of the few games I see getting a lot of hype right now, and it's one of the few things we know very much about, period. I've got to say, I'm disappointed in, like, Atlas specifically, because they haven't done anything that interesting this year, it feels like. I mean, Persona 4 Golden on Steam looks cool, but outside of that, we're getting that Catherine full-body port thing. I don't care about that very much. They mentioned Shin Megami Tensei news, but they haven't mentioned or talked about the game literally at all. I've been watching to see if they have. I've never played one of those games. Same with Persona, but I've had interest in both series. I mean, I want to see what it looks like, and if it's good, I might consider buying it, but they're, like, completely silent on it, which is really weird. What I understand, too, apparently, Shin Megami Tensei is typically on Nintendo systems, and Persona is usually the one that's on, like, Sony systems. I don't know why it's like that. I guess maybe Sony pays for Persona to be on their systems. I have no idea. Apparently there was another Atlas survey today, actually, where they add, like, a bunch of questions for people to fill out, and it's apparently only, like, eligible for people in Japan and the US, if I'm not mistaken. It might have been some other stuff, but I think that was, like, the only two. I haven't actually looked at it. If it's anything like how the last one went, though, I don't even give enough of a shit to bother checking the survey. That was a fucking joke of a thing how they did. They bothered to put a survey up and ask for what people want. They even put up something regarding, like, Persona 5, and if people want to see Persona 5 on more platforms, including Switch, and fucking they use this to make this Persona 5 scramble thing, and while it doesn't look bad, in fact, it looks like it could be alright, they released it and then they just left it in Japanese and haven't localized it into English yet. Like, I don't know what the hell they're doing with it, and frankly, I'm probably not going to pick it up anytime soon. Maybe eventually if it ever does get translated, but it doesn't really make any sense to pick up a sequel to a game without actually playing the original, and it does look like it probably has enough, like, story focus that you'd want to play the first Persona 5 before you jump into this sequel game and try to learn anything about the game, so yeah. I don't know. Ugh. Atlas in general, I've seen a lot of their stuff, and I feel disappointed that nothing they've shown has interested me. Okay, I'm gonna do something really quick, because I'm gonna check on a YouTube thing just really fast, and then I want to get music and put some different stuff on for like the next hour after I get past my first hour in the stream, so that way we'll have songs we can listen to and maybe song requests. If anybody wants to request anything, just give me like a second or two. I need to check some stuff really fast. Okay, and here we go. Just wanted to check on a small thing on the page. Wait, did I actually go down and not realize it? I thought I was still on the top floor. Shit. Well, whatever. Okay, give me a second or two to, like, catch my breath, because I kind of lost my place on where I was talking. Oh, actually, I remember now. This is, like, something I wanted to talk about for a little bit, because I figured this would be a decent thing to bring up. So, let's see. Where was I going with this? Give me a second. Oh, yeah, I was going to be talking about One Piece. I started watching again, and I've been getting into it, and I've watched One Piece before already, but I haven't watched all of it, and I was wanting to start catching back up. I haven't played in a while. Not played in a while, I haven't watched in a while, and I'd been waiting on the Season 10 dub to, like, really start getting back into watching more, and they dubbed a little more of it, so I started watching back on it. Right now I'm, like, in the middle of the Fishman Island arc, watching through that, and it's gotten really good. I've been enjoying it. Apparently the manga's still been ongoing fairly strong, and I think they stopped the anime shortly. Not really sure about the dub, but I think the anime is taking like a break because of the virus, and they're not recording anymore at the moment. I think that's probably a smart idea to not risk anybody getting sick. I've got to say, the story is interesting and really weird, and I wish it wasn't so behind in like the dub, because I actually like catching up, and I've thought about whether or not I'm going to stop watching once I run to dubbed episodes, or if I'm going to continue and watch all the subbed stuff instead. I might switch over to subbed. It's a good show, but I mean, I've been watching it dubbed for so long, it only makes sense to keep watching it dubbed. It feels really weird when I see stuff on my phone that's recommending like One Piece stuff, and then it's characters I haven't really seen or heard of, and it's like, I don't know what this is, so I can't really relate to the stuff that's here right now. It's like I'm too far behind in the actual show to know what any of this is talking about. I thought about like watching some other stuff. I haven't had like enough time. I felt like I've been in the mood to like check any other anime. I wanted to watch some stuff. I mean, I probably could if I sat down and gave myself some time. Speaking of anime, I'm not going to talk about it too much, but like, I'm surprised there hasn't been another JoJo part announced by now. Maybe they're waiting for the right timing, but it's been about a year or two, I think, and like, the Part 5 anime ended not that long ago. I feel like now would be a good time to actually go ahead and start up a new anime about Part 6, but whatever. The manga's been good. I've been reading it every time they released a new chapter, and somehow each chapter happens to get more and more interesting and be better than the last one, and I've been looking forward to seeing more and more of it. That's really good. I started games, a lot of third-party stuff. I don't really care for anime games. Anybody brings that up since I brought up anime, so no, I don't care for those games. I mean, they're good, though. I might check them out, but that would be the reasoning would be it's a good game, not that it's based on an anime. I don't watch anime, like, too much nowadays. I watched it some, and I watched more shows of them recently than I have, cause mostly this year I've started checking out some new stuff, but I haven't watched a whole lot either. I just watch like a little bit when I'm in the mood, and then I don't watch any for a while. It's weird. Okay, let me check on something, so I want to actually see about was talking about third-party stuff, and I got a little sidetracked and didn't bother to check on the actual release schedule for, like, most of the third-party stuff that's coming up, all the notable releases anyway. I'm not actually sure what Sega's got coming out this year, if anything. They were mentioned about having some new stuff. I think they'd mentioned, like, delaying their Sonic projects they're working on. Not that surprised, honestly. Okay, one moment, I'm loading my thing I'm looking at really quick. Speaking of, like, I was talking about, oh, actually, hold on a second. I just got the list opened up. Now I can look at this for a moment, see if there's something interested. Yeah, nothing I'm seeing is really, like, sticking out as interesting sounding when I check. They're mostly indie titles, I think. Give me a second. I'm trying to, like, push my attention between this list and also the game right now, and it's not easy. There's an interesting sounding one. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to bother looking it up right now. I might look it up later if I feel the mood to, but apparently there's one called Summer with Shiba Inu. I think it's how you say the dog name. I'm not actually sure, but it's about a dog, apparently, so that sounds like a weird game name. I'm actually curious what that is. I would like to see what that's about, since it's got something to do with the dog, but assumably if it's got the dog name in the actual title. Let's see here. Yeah, wow, the stuff I'm looking at, it's on the, like, Switch subreddit. There's nothing that really sticks out. There's that Story of Seasons thing. I know about how Harvest Moon devs, like, rebranded their game title to, like, Story of Seasons because some other company got, like, the Harvest Moon name, and now they're making their game this title, so it's basically just Harvest Moon under a differing name. I've never played a Harvest Moon game, so I don't actually know much about it. Deadly Premonition 2, I remember hearing about that, and I'm actually interested because I wanted to play Deadly Premonition. I haven't done it yet. Apparently it's out by July 10th, which is kind of neat. I mean, I'm probably not going to pick it. I might pick it up at launch. I wasn't going to pick it up at launch, but I might get it now and then play it during October. I don't know. I want to support the dev and show that I'm interested in more Deadly Premonition, so maybe. That was one of the ones I was excited about. All the other stuff, though, I don't see anything else that I really care about or anything I'm actually aware of. It's big and third-party coming. I mean, there's EA stuff that's on the way. I don't know much about it. There was a bunch of things that were announced. I think it's like, maybe it was leaked, like Plants vs. Zombies, I think, Apex Legends, something Burnout, and a bunch of other things. I don't really like EA as a company overall, being totally honest, so I don't really give a shit about a lot of the stuff I'm listing off from EA, actually. Oh boy. Okay, so let's see here. Give me a second or two to think before I continue. Yeah, I was talking about earlier, I might do 2 streams. I'm probably gonna stop this after 3 hours today, actually, and consider if I want to do more. If I don't be shocked. I want to throw that out there. We're about to reach our 1 hour mark, and I was deciding on time. I think I'm gonna do the 3 hours for the session here and maybe come back. We'll see if I have enough interest in doing another session later today. Right now it's kind of early for my streaming time, at least a little bit. I'd like to stream closer this time more often, but I'm not very good at setting things up at a time where I'm up early and actually streaming. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to remember my place and what I was talking about, because I got sidetracked. I don't remember what I was talking about. Shit. I guess the new games that are coming out this year are good, but I haven't seen a lot. I think it's more indie stuff, and there's also Crash 4. That looks cool. I talked about it already a little bit, I think, and I I'm looking forward to playing Crash 4 whenever I get a chance to, because none of the systems I have can play it right now, but I want to check it out. It looks good enough that it'll be hopefully worth the time. Still haven't got the chance to play that SpongeBob thing. I wonder how that's going to be. And then Jala was like one of the few things that was like surprisingly good. Caught me off guard this year, like as a release that's coming up that I didn't pay much attention to. I'm definitely interested in checking out the game when I get free time. If I finish this tonight and I'm done, I will play Ninjala tomorrow then, if that's the case. Or not tomorrow, I might play it on Friday. I might want to wait until like the weekend actually, but yeah. I'm gonna play it relatively soon if I finish this now. It's just a matter of if I can or not. So, I guess I can bring up this topic, so I was waiting a little bit. What are some interesting, like, YouTubers you guys watch, and, like, some really good YouTube videos you've watched? I'm curious if anybody's got anything they can recommend right now. I've been watching whatever, mostly sticking towards Twitch streams, but I also have been dabbling in a little more, like, watching YouTube stuff. I just it's JonTron's most recent video a little bit ago, and the weird boat license thing was pretty funny to watch. How it's like some fucking interactive game, they're using this to like give people a boat license. I feel like that's got to be illegal. Like, you playing some weird mystery story game to get a fucking boating license. Like, who thought this up? This probably isn't a very good idea. I don't think it would actually pass in a court for, like, actually being qualified to... What's the right word for this? I guess pilot a boat? I don't know. I'm sure people who rode boats can probably correct me on that, but yeah, I doubt that's actually good qualification. Imagine if this shit happened with a helicopter, like a fucking jet or something, like somebody made a quiz and there was just a stupid little game like this and you could play it to get a pilot's license. That would be a disaster, because I'm sure there'd be a lot of people who would do this and then they'd end up basically probably crashing a jet or a helicopter, and all because of a stupid fucking quiz told them they're qualified, which hopefully not many people would actually take something like this at face value and believe that, but I'm sure there's people dumb enough to think they'd actually be qualified over an interactive game telling them that. I love how JonTron always finds the weirdest shit to pick on. Got some good videos. I could go on about JonTron videos that I like for a while. A lot of his recent stuff's been good. What was it called? The Goop thing or whatever. The woman who made that, like, JonTron did a video on her, and then like a follow-up video which is really good. And they did this and that Kid Nation thing, and most of those have been good, especially the interview Kid Nation video. I hadn't watched all of it, and I need to go back and finish watching it because it was still pretty funny. Even though some of it was a little bit messed up, like they were basically using kids as child labor. That's really messed up. Okay, let me put on, like, more music and we can listen to other stuff and not listen to the Pokemon Tower music over and over again, because I don't want to. It's getting a little bit boring hearing it on repeat so long, and I feel like differing music would be nice. I need to check on... Oh, actually, I'll put it on for a little bit longer, because I actually had something I was meaning to do earlier, and whoops. I actually forgot, so let's go leave the music on for just a little bit longer while I check this, and then we'll bother to go turn it back off so I can start selecting music for this. Alright, give me a second here. I don't actually know what the best way to search this is. Maybe if I search Pokemon Presents. I was gonna look at something on the page for a second. One little detail I wanted to observe. Okay, here we go. And here we are. No, that's the wrong thing, actually. Shit. Maybe they changed the title. I can't find it. Give me a second or two to search this before I go back and do more of this. Did they actually remove the trailer? It's not... I'm not seeing it anywhere. Holy shit, did they actually get so much backlash they fucking pulled the trailer from YouTube? It's just not on the thing when I look. They could have unlisted it, maybe. The dislike meter was, like, fucking ridiculous, and actually for good reason, because of how things were handled, and, like... I'm surprised. It seems like they may have pulled it down, though. It's not showing up in results. Give me a second or two. I'm looking for this in my feed to see if I can find, like, what I was looking for. That's funny to me if that's actually the case, that they would have got, like, so many fucking dislikes. They just pulled the video altogether instead of, like, actually taking criticisms into account and, like, making an apology or saying something publicly. Instead of actually doing that, though, they just fucking rip it off of YouTube. I'm sorry about the frame drops, guys. I've seen it happen again on my OBS. I don't know why this is so bad that I can, like, barely bother to actually look for stuff without fucking this happening. Give me a second. Is this what I'm looking for? Oh yeah, I found it. For some reason I looked it up and couldn't find it. #1 on trending, that's funny, and it's... Yeah, now I found the video. I guess it's buried. That's how bad it is. Over 1 million views, but still... Fucking 65k likes, and the dislike ratio is 130k dislikes. People definitely voice their dissatisfaction with this. For good reason. This is what happens when you make a shitty announcement that nobody wants and basically pay, like, no attention to how your fans care about this kind of stuff, like just being tone deaf and releasing this instead of doing something cool. They could have, like, done this as like a surprise drop or something and probably not got all this backlash, or did this last week and they'd be okay, and they chose to do this instead. Funny. Yeah, this game it doesn't look very good in the first place, though. Okay. We just close that. I want to see that. I'm actually I can read the fucking comment section really quick. I'm curious what people are saying. Yeah, most people are saying it's trash and the gameplay looks fake. Saying it's just really bad. I don't really blame anybody for hating this. It looks really shitty, honestly. I already watched the thing and I remember... It was not pleasant to watch, to say the least. Okay, can I get by, please, and not be blocked? Thank you. Cool. Now I can set for some different music. Let me check on my OBS really quick, though. Okay, the frame drop seemed to have, like, calmed down a little bit. If nothing else, that's good. Still, I'm sorry about that. I don't know why my internet is like this, and it causes frame drops and disconnection issues more than it should. Thankfully, it hasn't happened too much today, but it's been bad when it actually does. Come on, let me on the staircase. I really hope I can finish this today. Instead of being fucking stuck not getting anything. I want to get done with the shiny hunt already. Been going on too long, frankly. You know, I don't do multiplayer enough. I talked about this before. I want to do more of it. Only problem is I like doing single-player games, and... I mean, people don't show up with the single-player stuff. I have a lot I have to deal with finishing my games, too, but... Seeing as how I was doing... We're really going to do Ninjala today. I'm going to definitely make some time for it if I finish this relatively soon. I wish I could be playing a multiplayer game right now. I feel like I would rather be discussing this over something else and talking about it. I mean, I don't have anything against the game, just I want to play more things now. I guess I'll do some Steam stuff on my own later tonight so I can take my mind off of playing nothing but Pokemon, because I feel like I'm rotting my brain and losing my mind just playing this and waiting for a shiny and nothing's showing at the moment. Ugh. I'm starting to wonder if it'd be good to have like a second Switch for doing this stuff, and then have my main Switch just be my other games, but I couldn't stream it if I did it that way, because I'd probably get a Switch Lite unless I got a second normal Switch, and I don't know if I would want to do that. I mean, it would alleviate this problem, but still, seems like it'd be a little bit much to try and fix it. I don't know. I just don't know what to think, honestly. I never thought I would want to. In fact, I don't know if I could afford to, but like, it makes you think about it when you're stuck playing the same game over and over again, and I could turn it off, but I'd lose my chain, and I don't want to do that. It's just frustrating, though, that I haven't got anywhere. Alright, let's get some music going. If I put some stuff on, at least, then I can have something to actually, like, make me feel a little better and make the experience a little less frustrating for a little bit, so I can actually just have some calming music. Let me think on what we're going to play. I know I said yesterday I wouldn't do too many, like, happier things. We're in a cemetery area in the game, but fuck it, I wanted to listen to something that's cheerful after that fucking garbage announcement earlier, so let's get Yoshi's Island music, just to make the mood a little less dreary than normal. Here we... oh wait, okay, let's make sure this is the right thing. 1 second, I just gotta get my volume fixed up. My fingers are aching a little bit. I don't know why. I haven't been doing enough that I should be getting hand cramps, but I am. Okay, and pull this back to the beginning of the music. Yeah, there we go. That's good, I think. Hopefully that's loud enough. If the music's too loud or not loud enough, let me know and I'll work with, like, readjusting it. But I want it to be somewhat loud, just not overshadowing my voice, so yeah. I'll leave it right here for the moment, and if it's not good, just tell me. Part of me right now is, like, tempted to fucking just close this game and be done and fucking just say fuck it and play something else, but I want this shiny so badly and I want this over with, though I don't really want this to happen. I told myself I would finish a shiny Living Dex. I don't want to quit. Last time I had to quit was a matter of circumstance, and this time I feel like it's not really a matter of circumstance, even though it is getting annoying, because it's cutting into the time I want to play other games. And that's what's really eating at me right now. Also, it's a little lonely being stuck doing this and fucking going around this cemetery in game and not getting literally anything to show up. It just feels kind of, I don't know, not great. Having somebody to chat with make this a little less on the lame side, but whatever. I am using the right item, am I not? I swore I used the lure. I did. I don't know why it's like this then. What the hell? Well, whatever. I'll just keep going and keep trying. Funny, before... like, I guess it was before this game, I don't know for certain, but yeah, I didn't actually care too much about shiny hunting back in the past, and this game really got me into it, and now I've got, like, this as a goal to, like, supplement the fact that I never was able to finish a Pokédex because of, like, problems that cropped up and I'd tried, like losing my cartridge for Soul Silver. And yet I'm so close and I still can't get all the shinies yet because the fucking game is not spawning some of them. Even if I do get them all, though, there's also the fact that I won't be able to get Mew, and that's going to be something that bothers me a little bit. There is one thing I'm a little happy about, and it's not really a big deal, but I mean, there was an event going on, and Pokemon Sword and Shield, and it was basically defeat enough of the mythical Pokemon Zeraora, and I think that's how you say it. I don't know how you say the name, but whatever. If you get, like, if there are 1,000 kills from, like, all the players, it would be basically a guaranteed shiny for everybody who participated and put a Pokemon home. I don't think you actually have to kill one in order to qualify for it, but you just had to be active for the requirements they set up. So I want to do that and get the mythical as well as doing this. That'll be nice to have something from that, hopefully. I don't play Sword and Shield too much, but I mean, I do enjoy playing it overall, I feel like, so yeah. I would like to do a little more with Sword and Shield, and I said I'd do the DLCs at some point, so I'm not going to break my word on that. I'll probably do it eventually. Timing is difficult. I have so many promises I broke this year that I made to myself and never got around to for, like, games I wanted to play. But, whatever. There's something weird about seeing this with all these Gastly and Cubone and Chansey, and then this music's playing. Probably because of the environment I'm in, but still, I just really, really need to take my mind off of how dreary this shiny hunt has been. And I can't actually remember if I've ever had a shiny crop up around one of these streams while I've been, like, having the music like this. Not any time that I can remember, at least. Let me think for a moment or two, actually. So, I brought up a topic that I kind of want to elaborate on some more. It was yesterday. I don't think I talked about it too much. I mentioned that I wanted to talk about some stuff from WikiHow, as well as also, like, weird stock photos. You look up stock photos and you can find some strange shit on there. I mentioned there was one, I think you can see stuff like people, like, one's like a guy got his neck already in a noose and he's, like, holding it like he's pulling it on himself, or somebody I saw somebody holding a gun towards a burger. Let's see. I don't have to look to see some of these. There are some bizarre ones, though. They don't make any fucking sense and are really goddamn weird. Let me check on this, and I can mention some of them. I recall seeing a lot. The problem is that it's just not easy to recall what these are, like, just by memory alone, unfortunately. I don't know who makes these fucking stock photos and gets these weird fucking images, like, out there on the internet. I guess it's meant to be a laugh, though, when they produce these stupid stock photos. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna put on another Yoshi's Island song really quickly, I think, even though I feel like this is probably not the best thing for this, but I'm just doing it for right now. Because I want to listen to it. Whatever, right now I want some uplifting music, that's all. Alright, let's see what we spot, because I wanted to mention some of the weird ones that I saw. A lot of them have guns for some reason. Let's see, what is this? It's like a man and a woman sniffing a sheaf for some reason. I see one with somebody with, like, a fucking weird face band and, like, holding corn, just, like, looking off in the distance. And then there's one where there's some guy terrorizing somebody who's, like, being held hostage. They're weird, bizarre photos here. Let me see here what I can spot. See one with the fucking cat that's got a bunch of shit surrounding it, and it looks like it's dressed up in a business costume, and then it's got like a military guy holding a computer for some reason and saluting it. I don't know what that's about either. There's some strange stock photos on here. I'm gonna browse a little more and see what the weirdest thing I spot is. Oh, here's one that's weird. Fucking guy that it's holding a knife to like a teddy bear, which makes no fucking sense. Yeah, I don't know why these are out there. I'm not gonna bother looking at it anymore. I don't know who wants these out there. Maybe people just do it for a laugh, and I wonder if these are mostly like licensed. It is funny though, even though it's stupid seeing these stock photos all over the internet. Reminds me of that meme I recall learning about like not so recently, which I probably should have known about because I'm on the internet for so long. That Hide the Pain Herald thing. I only found out about that like a year or two ago at best, and I didn't know about all the memes that were made about it. And apparently, the guy who's in the stock photos in that is like well aware of his meme status and just embraced it because he knew he couldn't get the internet to stop making memes about him. It must kind of suck a little bit having your life basically just turned into one giant meme and nobody really knowing you like as a person, just basically memeing about your entire existence. I mean, if you're a good person though, yeah, just accept it like he did and try to not let it be a big deal. That seems like the best way to handle it. Some good people that have been in like probably got like better lives because of this stuff though. Memes are a weird topic to talk about. Some really dumb, shitty ones, and some that are really, really funny, and some that are just really wholesome, even though you wouldn't think so. Oh boy. Okay, that's probably enough on the stock photos topic. I just wanted to talk about that for a little bit, because I brought it up and I never really elaborated on it too much, actually. Hold on, I need to check a small thing, actually. Okay, where was I? I'm sorry, I got a little distracted on something for a moment or two, actually. I think I was talking about the stock photos thing, and then I brought up mention of, what was it? It was WikiHow, yeah. So, yeah, I was gonna mention WikiHow is a weird website, and they're, like, the illustrations on WikiHow are strange, and a lot of the articles on there are fucking nonsensical. There's, like, some, like, how to survive an apocalypse, or how to create your own fucking religion, like, these kind of things. Things that are really bizarre. There's even one that's like how to plan a shared suicide. It's like, what in the shit? Who writes all this stuff? It's like they're just written for, well, I don't even know, like they're just weird, trashy articles that are written that don't make any sense. Let me do some browsing on WikiHow and just see exactly what kind of weird articles pop up, and I just look around the side a little bit. I'm genuinely curious. The images are always really funny to look at, too, because there's usually some really dumb, shitty ones. Let me see here. I'm just looking. I don't know if I see any that are weird off the top of my head. Actually, I'm going to have to look. Give me a second before I continue. I'm just checking to see if there's odd stuff on the front page of it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely look through Google, but there's always weird stuff. And I wonder if like the same person is like making most of these. The art style they use is pretty much the same for each one. So they're all drawn really similarly. It is weird to notice how they come with all these pictures and they're really, really strange shit. Make organic soap. And it's somebody holding a soap bar. Who's looking this shit up? Who looking up how to make organic soap, for fuck's sake? And then, let's see. Oh, that's a loaded one. It says recognize racism. I don't know why that's trending on here. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't like racism either. I think it's awful, but I don't know why that's it's like an actual, yeah, an actual article on here or whatever. Let's see. How to download PC. Why is this an article? It's not weird. It's just stupid. It's you just do a little bit of research. I mean, Steam, any of the other platforms that hold PC games, and you can find these like relatively easily. Why make a WikiHow article for it? What's the point? If you probably shouldn't need this unless you're like 80 years old looking up this info. I don't really see why this would benefit anybody. Let's see. These aren't the weird ones, like I said. Here's one that says how to improve your reflexes, and it's got a fucking bunch of pills on like the photo, or not even photo, like the little picture they drew for this. Like, yeah, I'm sure taking pills is really gonna help you. Kind of makes it sound like it's steroids or something. A little weird. That's just like a few of the trending ones. Okay. Let's actually try looking for weird articles in a second. Yeah, let me just go to Google and we'll find out what we can find. Right now, my hand is actually fucking cramping up on me really badly, so I can't actually search what I want, so give me a second. I don't know why I have this problem. Nobody I ever talked to seems to have this problem where their fingers lock up, and I have this like happen every now and then while I'm playing games, and it completely sucks. It's not a fun thing to experience. Okay, I think now I can actually type on my keyboard and actually look this stuff up like I want to. Right, let's see what we find here. Weird WikiHow articles. I'm gonna need a second or two to type this because it's not gonna be. I'm not very good at typing one-handed, and that's how I handle this. And I'm holding a controller, especially a Joy-Con. Oh, there we go. Weird WikiHow articles. I found it. Let's see here. Oh, I found a perfect thing for this. A Reddit thing that'll hopefully have a lot on here. Hold on a second. Well, actually, it may not actually have like an actual a link to the article shit because it's just showing a bunch of pictures here. Let's see. Give me a second. I'm definitely trying to look to see if I can find a bunch of weird ones. Yeah, it seems like it's just photos on this. Let me take a little bit longer to look. I wanted to do something fun with this, and I can't get it very quickly. Okay, let's see here. Oh, they give me. There's some like actual things here. I found one that shows a bunch of fucking stuff here that I can look actually and get. Like they named these based on like it's a bunch of like them criticizing what the names the articles should be because how dumb they are, like what the actual name is, and the photos look weird. Okay, I can look these up because it tells me what to look at. Just give me a second or two, and I'm gonna try looking into this stuff. Actually, maybe we'll save this for a little bit later because I don't want to lag my stuff. I already had frame drops, and it might be doing it again. The stream health is going on the low end right now, so we'll come back to the WikiHow thing in a little bit, and I'll do that when I get my game music back on, so I'll have less tabs open and hopefully less possibility of the stream lagging. That way we'll have an easier time getting the stuff up and reading it without problem, so Yeah, let's play some other stuff in the meantime. Here's something that'll be good to listen to. Mario 64 music. Been listening to some of this anyway, so why not? Oh man, whew. I've always mentioned ROM hacks on the stream, and I really should play some in the eventual future. It's a matter of time right now and like scheduling. I've been setting up for Paper Mario on my computer so I could do it over Project 64, so yeah, I definitely feel like I could probably work out some time for it in the future. We'll see. I don't expect it to happen anytime soon, but it'd be nice to check out Kaze Manuor stuff, as well as maybe do Mario World hacks at some point and see all the cool stuff that the community's made. And I mean, there are a lot of them, since I'm pretty sure ROM hacking was like the standard before Mario Maker became a thing, so there should be plenty of interesting ones out there. Maybe I'm not giving it enough time, but I find this baffling how I'm nearly at 2 hours and I'm still not seeing anything. And yesterday I went 4 hours without seeing any shinies, I'm pretty sure. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. I'm gonna probably stop after 3 hours, like I said, and then consider if I want to do another 3 hours of streaming today or not. I just don't know if I'm going to be up for doing a whole lot today, unfortunately. I like to do like longer streams. I just suck at hanging in there for a long period of time, unfortunately. It's weird. I think it's partially just because I'm not the best at commentating on stuff, and I still enjoy streaming. Like, I play games for long bursts on my own plenty of times, but when it comes to streaming, I've never really made it super long on a stream like I've wanted to. One time I tried to do a fucking long session, was in Sword and Shield, and I got 10 hours into a stream, and then my internet started fucking collapsing and dying on me, and I couldn't continue. That was an awful feeling, and I hated it, because I just couldn't keep going, despite wanting to really badly. Actually, let me look at my thing and see where we're going to be standing at in the next hour and a half or so when I actually do stop. I'm curious. It's about 4 right now. It's a little over the 1.5 hour mark. So, about 5:30. Okay. I don't know when I want to continue if I do it today. By the time I'm done, so yeah, it'd be 5:30, so I'll say if I do, no guarantee, maybe, it'll probably be 8 or 9, maybe 10. I don't like to do late streams super often, but I could see myself potentially starting again at 10 to see if I can last for another 3 hours on this, so I'll keep my options open. I'd safely say not likely that I'll start earlier than 8. In fact, I probably won't start at 8. If I do, I'll probably start at 9. Like I said, I might actually start at 10 if I do. This isn't even guaranteed to happen either. If I get the shiny, then yeah, you can basically count this as not happening if I have a shiny pop up in that time span. We'll just see what happens here. If by some miracle, I'm going to try and need some music. I need to get back to the staircase in the game really quick. Yeah, if by some miracle I manage to land a shiny in like the next 20-ish minutes or 30-ish minutes, by the time we haven't even hit at our 2 hour mark, then I can totally see myself doing a little bit more on stream by doing like some Sword and Shield stuff, so if that happens, I'll extend the stream a little bit. If we go over 2 hours, it's not going to happen. It was the same theme yesterday, so just having a little bit of a plan if I actually don't, because I actually would like to do minimum of 2 hours, but I genuinely think that's not going to be something to think about, because I think we're going to get a shiny later than that, if we even get it today at all. It's weird. Usually I can get like a sense for like when I feel like I'm going to see a shiny pop up. I've been nervous about this one. I haven't felt like I've seen anything happen. Like, I don't think I was expecting the Kadabra, but I had like a good feeling about Abra the day I got it, and thankfully we did. I thought I would see something else too, and we did, but it was a fucking Cubone, and now for some reason we've gone a whole day without anything popping up, and I hope we get something soon. Although, I guess to be fair, we only did 4 hours yesterday, but that's still a lot of time investment in general. I think part of this is like, I don't know if this would actually help any. I like to do multiple games sometimes, and I haven't done streams like that in a long time. It doesn't really tend to work well for me, but in general, like, I feel like I can enjoy myself when I'm doing more stuff. And if I do a single game for like several hours, especially if it's like this, where it's same gameplay, nothing changing, it gets kind of boring after a while. This is definitely not exciting anymore. Nothing happening, but hey, whatever. I think I'm gonna need just a minute or two. I'm a little bit exhausted, partially because I've been forcing myself to do this a lot and try to keep doing my absolute best to get this shiny, and nothing's came up yet. So yeah, and I'm a little bit tired from talking a lot, so I'm gonna take 2 to 3 minutes and rest my voice for a little bit so I can be ready for the next thing I want to talk about, if I can think of anything worthwhile, hopefully. Okay, yeah, let's just get some music, and I'll be silent for just a little bit so that I can think. After I'm done with that, then we'll talk about more stuff. This music feels surprisingly fitting right now. Not that I mind, in fact, I like it a lot. I think I'm gonna do more talking when the song's done playing, so I'm still here. I'm silent for a little bit. I'm not gonna go dead silent for the stream. I just want to take a moment to rest. Whew. It does get tiring knowing that I've done this for like 6 days and it's about to turn into 7 days. I hope it doesn't turn to 7 days. That would be really, really lame, actually, if I had to do a whole week of this without getting the shiny hunt over with. So that means it's turning into one of the slower shiny hunts when it shouldn't be. Especially for a Pokemon that's as common as Gastly. I did click on the right version of this, didn't I? I don't mind the fact I like it, but the fact that it's lasted so long has actually surprised me just a little bit. Yeah, okay, I'm still on the right version, just making sure. Jesus, it's hard to believe we're near 2 hours in the stream already. Well over halfway done. Let me get another song playing before we do anything else. Let's see here. Let's try listening to this. I haven't heard this in a while either. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. I always loved that about Pikmin. I didn't talk about this any during the time that was going, and I should have. I'd like the Encyclopedia feature a lot, letting you learn about the creatures in the game. I wish more games did that. I know some games had like little Critterpedia, Beastpedia, whatever they called them in their games. They're usually pretty good. Something about learning about video games is always cool. Like learning the world and getting to learn about the lore. I feel like I don't really care as much about learning about the real world, which isn't bad. Just I don't feel like there's anything that interests me as much about like the stuff. Like I could look at an encyclopedia for information and look it up, and sure, there's some interesting stuff, but when you look in games, somehow the devs always manage to make things great. Nothing better than getting to like absorb the lore from one of your favorite game franchises that you're really absorbed into. Usually it's really well done. Even Splatoon has some pretty good lore. I think what's really interesting is like, though, in terms of lore, you get to hear about lore in games that don't typically have much of a story focus. I mean, Zelda builds up its lore pretty well, and you see quite a bit of story. Zelda lore is really, really good. Mario games don't really give you a lot. Like, there's still some bits, but it's nice to like see the stuff they do offer since Mario's like so lax on story. Like what they did with Mario Galaxy. I think there might have been a little lore in Odyssey as well. Something I like about the Mario RPGs a lot that I don't know if a lot of people talk about this or not. I think some people have brought this up plenty, but I like how the Mario RPGs always build on the Mario world. There's always like so much potential for a lot of stuff, and they don't really go in as far as they can. I think that's one thing I love about video games so much. It's just I don't care about educational stuff so much. It's not like it's bad, but it's something about the way games are presented like this and the type that's interesting makes you really want to learn about a game. There's nothing better than a game that immerses you into the world and gets you absorbed into the lore and the story building. Like that's always a great experience. Not a whole lot of games I feel like give me that experience. Though they've played a lot of good games, like Half-Life is good about that. Nintendo does a lot of stuff that's good about that too. Let's see, Portal. Let's see, what else can I label? I kind of like the way Undertale does it. I don't know if I'd say it's enough to drag you in and like make you want to learn about it. I definitely got that vibe from Cave's story, but yeah, there's a lot of games that do that really, really well. Star Fox is one I'd like to learn more about, but I feel like Star Fox is probably going to get a reboot, even though the lore is fascinating stuff. Obviously, Metroid is cool too. Metroid's got plenty of room for more lore, even though it's already got a lot. You know, it'd be nice more Smash Bros. Lore though. Brawl did a great job of like expanding lore with like Subspace Emissary, and they never really went anywhere with it. They did more, that'd be cool. World of Light was a step in the right direction, but it wasn't as good in my opinion. All the trailers are pretty good though. They did a good job of like building up the trailers and making them fascinating. That's something I won't deny. Smash is a very good game for that reason alone, at least. Good at making you care about franchises. It's also really good at like combining a lot of game franchise together in a natural feeling crossover. Okay. Another song. Give me a second. Figure out what I should play. Just trying to look for something I want to listen to, actually. Yeah, this is a spoiler from Pikmin 3. I've seen the staff credit music, but I mean, it's been long enough. So we're going to play this. Why not? This is actually just the staff credit, so it's not really guaranteed to have no sound effects, but I think that's fine, probably. Listen to Pikmin music a little more, too. This is soothing. I love Pikmin. Great game. Or great game series, I should say. So I talked about this stuff and talked about, like, world building and lore and whatnot. What are some games that are, like, really bad about their lore? I don't know how the Elder Scrolls lore is. I think I've seen people talk about it a little bit. I don't know how that goes. I find it funny how a lot of companies, at least back in the past, attempted educational games, and they've almost always were like really shit and not really interesting. Like that Mario's preschool game was like really, really bad. There were a lot of games that were like licensed to Mario that were really trashy. I don't know why Nintendo signed up for Hotel Mario is not that bad. I feel like that's one of the ones that's actually bearable, but that's one out of a few. Not really sure I'd call it educational in the first place, though, but still. I liked Mario Teaches Typing for whatever reason. It wasn't that bad. You want to talk some shitty ones? I don't recall there being anything good about Mario is Missing and Mario's Time Machine. Those were both, like, agreed to be really garbage and not very good games at all. I don't know what they were thinking when they licensed those. Just weird, not so great history games. I think that's what they were. They just didn't feel fun to play. It's like the biggest problem is you need a game to be fun. Otherwise, why bother playing it? Oh boy. I don't know. It'd be interesting to search all the terrible Mario games that have been made and see what people show and like what exactly has been listed that nobody talks about ever. Sticker Star was bad in terms of Paper Mario. Let's see here. Not really bad, but I remember that I actually really found Mario's Game Gallery to be really funny. I think that's the one I'm thinking of. I might be thinking of something else. The one that has all the little games in it, like Yacht Dice and Checkers and Go Fish, that stuff. Those lines are pretty funny, honestly. Game's not bad, just really stupid, and it's got... Like, I think it's one of the first Mario games that had actual voice acting. I'm not 100% sure on that, so don't quote me, but I think that's the case. Okay, more music. 1 second. Getting another song, and then after, I guess, the next 10 minutes, I'll put it on other music. Let's do something that's not Pikmin this time. We'll do Metroid, I think. I want to listen to Metroid Prime music that I listened to before. Yeah, we're going to do this really quick. Bandarana Drifts from Metroid Prime. That'll work. Really nice, relaxing music. God, it would be nice if we could get Metroid this year. I hope that teaser does lead to something. It's been a while since a brand new one, at least. I mean, the remake wasn't bad. Samus Returns was nice. Hold on, I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. It's good, but I'm thinking it might be a little bit too loud, actually, so I can make certain it's not any problem with the audio. I apologize if the music's been too loud. I don't want it to be so loud that you can't hear my voice, which I haven't checked for. I should have. Okay, I think that's probably good enough. I'll leave it at this volume for right now. Let me check on something really fast, actually, while I'm doing this before I start talking. Right now. Okay, sorry about that. I didn't actually mute that very quickly. I just wanted to like check on a page, check on my live page for something. Done checking it now. I'm gonna like do a slight change that I want to do really quickly on my own end. There we go. Are my frame drops any problems lately? No? Seems like we're okay. Just checking. Okay, looks like we're all good. Oh boy. Alright, I got another topic actually that relates towards the educational games thing I was talking about. This is just similar stuff. Curious, like, if anybody here can, like, talk about, like, any experiences of, like, really bad shows they remember as a kid, or educational shows they found really bad. I don't even know if there were any that I remember not being that great. I watched a lot of educational shows, actually, and none of them are terrible. I didn't like Dora the Explorer, for example, and I was never interested in Bob the Builder as a kid. Those were shows that I found kind of, they weren't really kind of show I was interested in. They kind of treat the viewers, they're really stupid too, so yeah. I'm trying to think how many like other noteworthy educational shows were on the and like TV that were actually something worth bringing up. Can't think of any other like really bad ones. Blue's Clues is one I remember as a kid that I liked a lot. The music was nice, the rhyming and whatnot, and the characters were created and well, in a way that looked nice. Everything vibed with that show really well and made it a fun experience for a kid to watch. The music was just like the biggest part that I enjoyed. They always made the songs catchy. I don't know, it's hard to say exactly what I liked about the show so much. Let's see here. I don't know if I'd say it was bad. In fact, I didn't find it that bad when I watched it. Gilligan's Island was an always weird show for like educational shows. Seen that a few times as a kid. I thought that was a strange show, the way it was handled. I actually forgot like how the show mostly was though. I only remember so much of what I actually watched, so can't comment on it by like a whole lot. I only remember bits and pieces actually. I think everybody remembers seeing. Let's see, what am I thinking of here? Both Sesame Street and what's the other one? I'm trying to remember. The Muppets. Yeah, those are the two that were both like really big back in the day. And let me get another song really fast. I need a moment to find what I want. I'm actually have to look it up. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to look it up via the sidebar to get what I want out of the music. So let me just take a second or two, and I'll search this while I'm doing this. Sesame Street was actually that was like a really just like kid show that was like I don't think there was anything too crazy in Sesame Street. It was alright. I enjoyed it. It was good enough. It worked well for getting kids to watch. It made things somewhat entertaining. The characters are kind of funny and fun to check out. I liked Sesame Street as a kid. Big Bird was nice. Same with Elmo. The Muppets has like an interesting thing to talk about though. The Muppets was like always like slightly more adult themed, where the humor was kids show, but like adult jokes hidden in there where you wouldn't get the reference normally. That was like a thing I noticed that happened a lot back in the older days, and obviously I don't think too many people caught on. Like there were like jokes that you wouldn't get if you weren't old enough and you didn't really understand it, that pretty much adults would catch on to and kids wouldn't. Like cartoons making sex jokes, or there's a lot of weird jokes you could see that were adult themed and Looney Tunes too. Come to think of it, I wonder how many shows I missed this kind of jokes in. I think that was in a lot of like stuff on Cartoon Network back in the day. Honestly, I liked Cartoon Network. There were some shows that I found less than great on it though. back in the day. I remember one show was something I really didn't care for, though. I mean, this isn't the one. This is a different one I was going to talk about. Cow and Chicken was really odd. Very, very different show from what I remembered watching from them. Stupid humor and a little crude, but it was alright. Let's see. The big one I remember that I don't like, and I think a lot of people watched, like a show that I don't see as many people talk about. I didn't like Tom and Jerry very much as a kid. Even now, I don't like it very much. The show was like excruciatingly violent, and not only on top of that, it was also kind of disturbing at points. I mean, I guess some of that's humorous, but not really. It's mostly just like kind of creepy and wasn't really that interesting in my opinion. Frankly, I'm surprised that Tom and Jerry kept getting like movies as long as it did, and it kept getting relevance. I guess it was considered a classic, but I just didn't like it much. I wouldn't be shocked if I was not the only one who found the show to be a little bit too on the extreme side sometimes. Fucking straight up killed the Tomcat character several times, which is kind of taking things a little too far, honestly. I think both characters have died in episodes, though, but like, I don't know. That kind of pushed the limit of what you can call a kid's show. Also, goddammit, I had that same issue that I was having a minute ago earlier. Yesterday with the fucking Pokemon blocking out my path, that's getting annoying. Only trying to do 3 hours right now, and that's a problem at the moment. That's annoying. I just like to make the session go by smoothly, and that's not happening. I'm gonna be really disappointed if I don't get done today, because I want to go to another game. I'm actually desperately hoping that this game will spawn it. I'm gonna keep trying, and I'm probably gonna give it until the end of next week to, like, keep shiny hunting this thing, even though it should have already popped up by now. But I wanted to play Clubhouse games on my own in my spare time by now, and I can't turn this fucking game off yet, and it's driving me insane. Like, let me fucking get my shiny, please. I just want to move on. Okay, let me find one more song to play really fast. Do another song from Metroid Prime. I don't know if this one's one I remember too well. Oh, I don't remember this one too well, but that's fine. This is good. Apparently it's like from the final boss stuff. I remember the final boss being pretty good in Metroid Prime, and something I liked quite a bit. Those are a little annoying, so it's basically you chasing the fucking boss down and killing it, because it keeps running from you the more you kill it, instead of actually being much of a face down. This thing fucking running away continually, and it got annoying quickly. One thing I do like, though, is, like, once you got to that point in the game, you felt like a fucking powerhouse, and you could fucking destroy this boss. That was a really great feeling. Also, it's not enough of a thing to bother me. In fact, I think it's a good thing, but I do like how in the late parts of Metroid Prime, you get that plasma beam, and then you can start attacking enemies, and stuff dies, like, really, really quickly, and that feels really satisfying, honestly, to actually get that weapon and just be able to fucking blast through everything. That was a great way to let you rip through, like, the last bits of the game. It's like you went through collecting a bunch of shit. Here's a really strong weapon so you can have some fun with this stuff. It's like, I don't get why people, like, complain about overpowered stuff in, like, single-player games so much, because usually it doesn't matter too much. I mean, I guess it does in some cases, but overall, it's not really that big of a deal, frankly. Feels like it's usually harmless to have something strong and overpowered in a single-player game. Am I seriously not going to get anything to show up at all while I'm trying my best to make make like an actual shiny appear. This is going to be 7 hours that I've spent playing, and nothing has shown up during either of these sessions, if that's the case, that's shiny. It's just going to be a 4-hour session yesterday, and then another 3-hour session today, where I've been blue-balled over and over and over again. Now, that's kind of infuriating, honestly. I feel like I've worked my ass off hard enough that I deserve to have a shiny by this point, but I guess the game doesn't agree with me. I've been waiting forever. I was so optimistic and thinking I'd get my hands on something for so much time and that something would happen sooner. This place has all these Gastly and Haunter. Instead, it's doing nothing and just being frustrating, though. I don't know what to say. Like I said, the first time I went for a shiny in this area, it didn't feel like it took that long to get either of the two that I got prior to this. Same problem with Kadabra. It felt like I got my hands on like access to a shiny from that area easier and quicker, and it's just not happening right now for some reason. I'm curious of something. It's not going to matter too much, but I'm wondering, do I have a Gastly or Haunter with the right nature already, like the timid nature? I have shiny Haunter and shiny Gastly, but I mean, trying to get a third one for Gengar and want to be able to evolve the right one. If I have one that'll fit perfectly, let me see really quick. Haunter. Yeah, let's see. It is timid nature, which is good. Okay. And what about the Gastly? Actually, I'm curious. It doesn't matter too much, but I am genuinely interested to know what my Gastly's nature is. Also timid nature. Okay, so both these are good for turning into a potential Gengar if I don't get the right nature. I have like the nature set up by Madame Celadon, but just in case. Also, I'm going to, unless I have to go to the bathroom later and have like a problem waiting, I'm going to try to go without an AFK break during this session. Don't know if that'll be the same during the next session, but I want to try and avoid getting off the stream to go do something on my computer. Or on my computer, do something I need to take care of via AFK in general. I'd like to avoid that. Oh yeah, something interesting. This is like a little thing I noticed. Somebody pointed out about Smash with like the Min Min reveal. Apparently Min Min was number 76, like in terms of fighters, which is a funny coincidence, and now like part of what makes me think that the whole Vault Boy costume coming this update was planned. There's a Fallout 76 joke, which is really stupid. I don't think anybody really plays it too much anymore. I think there's probably some people, but I think the reception to Fallout 76 was like terrible, and everybody is still in agreement that it wasn't really that great of a game. I've tried to play Fallout before, and I always end up having problems where the fucking games are buggy and don't work on more modern systems, so I don't really ever check them out. I've already given this warning like a day or two ago, and since you haven't listened, you're in timeout. Take the hint when I tell you the first time that I'm not here to be trading. Like, just because I even waited a day or two doesn't suddenly mean that I'm going to be okay with you coming to my chat to trade big when I said no the first time. Especially when I'm shiny hunting. If I was not busy with this, I would maybe consider it, but you've been warned the first time. If I wasn't feeling so nice, I could have escalated this straight to a ban. That's going to be your only warning now from this point. If you do this again, I will ban. I made this a rule and people disrespected it in the past. Mostly people would just keep bothering me about trading and I would tell them no, and I had to implement this, but this is a fair warning now. Like, I don't want to have to argue with people, and I'm not going to argue with anybody over whether or not I'm going to trade with you. It's a no when I say it's a no, and that's the end of the matter. Okay, let me get the music back on in a second, too. I actually need to put music back. I was playing song requests for a while, or really, not even song requests, just like different music, and I would potentially take if anybody had any song requests, but that was like the only stipulation. I don't mind playing song requests. Oh, they left. Okay, I mean, honestly, considering they didn't heed the first warning I gave them like a day or two ago, then fine. I don't actually care. Also, why is that? That's because I didn't actually mute my Chrome. Sorry if there's echo. Thought maybe me muting the stream page would have actually kept it muted. Whatever, now I've got Chrome muted, so there won't be any issue. I'm gonna keep going with this. We got another hour left or so, and if I don't get anything by the time it's like 2 hours, 50 minutes, we'll play 10 minutes more of songs, so we can do something, the music, and hopefully have something interesting to listen to. That honestly pisses me off. You're coming here just to trade beg me in the chat and like try to give me to trade you something. Just get the fuck off my stream. Don't even bother. I'm sorry, but like that's incredibly rude to come to somebody's stream and waste their time just to try and get them to trade for you. I'm not a fucking slave who's here for your trading, so don't treat me like I am. I don't want to be treated as if I only existed and give you a version exclusive for your game. Like, try to make some conversation, especially on a shiny hunt stream. I can understand on an ordinary stream it wouldn't hurt, but like, even talking about other stuff a little bit first before you specifically ask for a trade wouldn't hurt. But no, just coming straight in the chat and doing that, that's disrespectful. Like, really disrespectful. I had to deal with that shit a lot in Sword and Shield, and it pissed me off, and I'm pretty sure I've banned a few people over it. I don't like doing bans on this channel, I really don't, but some people don't seem to take the fucking hint. When you start pushing your luck, don't blame me if I fucking ban you. I'm gonna say that right now. It's like, be fucking sensible and read the goddamn rules, and also have the sensibility to actually realize when somebody tells you no, it means no. People like to push their luck on these streams, and it's like, yeah, no, that's not really going to happen. You either take the warning and stop, or you end up getting banned because you pushed your luck too far if you didn't leave already. That's enough about that, though. I don't want to talk about it too much. Like I said, I don't like banning people. I consider myself pretty lenient on my rules overall. And they're not listed because most of them are common sense stuff, but that's like not even that big of a rule to follow with like the trading. Like, for God's sake, please just follow it. Alright, let's try talking about some other stuff. You know, I was gonna do that WikiHow thing where I said I was looking at like some weird WikiHow articles and they put some strange shit up. Now we can actually do that because I was worried about potential like page lagging and not being able to keep my attention focused between like music and looking at the screen for shinies as well as like checking these articles. So now we can open up some WikiHow articles and see what the really stupid ones are. Give me a second. History. 1 second, I'm getting this stuff for you guys. And we'll open up WikiHow so we can actually look at these articles and see just what we're supposed to be seeing here. Also, my fingers are cramping again. Oh my fucking god. I'll have to wait just a few minutes or maybe a minute or two until my fingers calm down. It's happened like right when I was going to do it before, and now it's happening again for some reason. What the fuck? Why? Can't I just fucking use my stuff without finger cramps? My whole entire right hand feels fucking useless because my fingers are numb. That's not a good feeling. Hope I'm not getting a fucking disorder in my right hand. I forget what it's called. Same thing that Sakurai has. I don't think it's arthritis I'm thinking. I think it's something else. Carpal tunnel. I hope I'm not getting that. I mean, I could be. That wouldn't be good, though. I don't hear about a lot of streamers who have this problem, which makes me a little worried that something's actually wrong with my hand. Okay, now I can actually use it again. Thank fuck. Right, let's see really quickly here. It says 24 string, just we'll probably skim some of them, but I want to check some of these. How to prevent or survive a monkey attack. That is a weird one. What the fuck? I mean, I guess if you're in the area where monkeys are around and you're worried about that, then that's a good article, but I mean, so situational and stupid, it sounds kind of dumb and not really like it'd actually be applicable anywhere. Alright, let's look at what this article is like. On. Give me a second, tapping this is a little slow. Here we go, let's see if this pops up. I hope I tapped it right. Let me see. That's a different article. Oh no, never mind, it isn't. This is a weird one. The fucking picture is fucking horrendous. You want to see it, just look at this article and then scroll down until you see a picture of a guy with a bone in his hands, and the picture of the monkey looks like total garbage. Then beneath it, dealing with monkey aggression. Avoid taking pictures. I don't know, maybe try not to piss the fucking monkey off. Says do not feed the monkeys. Yeah, that's another thing that's probably not too bad. I've heard monkeys will attack people over that. I know a lot of zoos have that as a rule. For good reason, I'm sure. Let's see here. Dress appropriately. What? It's showing a few things here, like there's a ponytail shopping bag. I don't know what the hell that is. Is that a towel? Contacts? Glass? What the fuck is this? I guess they're implying the monkey would steal your shit, but... What? What is this WikiHow article? Let me roll and scroll down a little more. I've got to see this shit. Like, I felt like this would be a good topic, and it seems like it is interesting. Let me see. Stand your ground. I mean, it'd be kind of hard if you actually got attacked and had a monkey fucking ripping the hair out of your head. That wouldn't exactly be the most simplistic thing to do. What a weird article. Okay, let's check another one. Okay, that's a little weird. One of my viewers stopped by. I don't know if he's still here. Hey, Wayne, if you are here. All I see is message retracted, so I don't really know exactly what happened. It looks like he typed something and removed it. I don't know why, though. Hello? Still there? I don't really know what was going on. I was just reading like this WikiHow article. I'm just trying to keep conversation going right now, so don't know what that was about. I mean, this is a bit of an odd thing to tune into, I'm sure, but we're just trying to have conversation topics right now. WikiHow's a weird site. Okay, let's see. Look for some more that'll be worth looking at. How to be a juggalo. That's weird. How to drown. What the fuck? Who's looking that up? Hold on a second. How to simultaneously have and ruin your lunch. Okay, that one's something I gotta look up. Even though it's not the actual title. That's like a title they suggested based on how bad this looks, I think. Yeah. It says how to escape from dangerous force animals. Give me a second. I'm gonna search this. I don't even know how the fuck WikiHow still stands. It's such a weird site with so much strange shit on it. Oops. Hold on a second, I tapped the wrong thing. I bet if I looked it up, I could find a fucking actual topic. It's like fucking how to survive a zombie apocalypse. And that's like, yeah, that's a stupid article, but okay, whatever. Just remember, though, actually, this is a small thing. It's not a big deal. There probably won't ever be a zombie apocalypse. I don't think it's actually possible, but all these self-proclaimed zombie experts are just that. They're self-proclaimed, like, there's never been a zombie outbreak, so how the fuck could you possibly be, like, an actual specialist on this area when it's never actually happened before? These guides are stupid when you look at that stuff. Okay, let's look at what I'm seeing here. Hey, Wayne, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Okay, just a moment. Let me pull this open now. Okay, what is this fucking article that I saw? Talking about bears. Okay, this isn't actually too bad. It's talking about not approaching bears. It looked worse by the thing I was looking at. Oh, this is one that I remember seeing a lot. WikiHow would give some bad advice to, I'm pretty sure. This is something I see with like a lot of people talking about bears, actually. They tell you to play dead. I don't think that actually works. I'm pretty sure if you do that around a bear, they'll just fucking attack you and basically try to eat you, assuming you're actually dead or some shit. Like, I don't feel like playing dead's going to get you very far. I don't know why that's suggested advice. I mean, a lot of people suggest don't run from bears, but the fuck else are you going to do in that scenario? They're fucking gaining on you, trying to kill you. Might as well try to lose it in any way you possibly can. I mean, yeah, bears are fast. I've heard that before plenty of times, and I do look faster than humans, but that's probably like your fucking only way you're going to be able to survive. I wonder if that shit about actually trying to pretend to be bigger than a bear actually works, because I really doubt it. It's got a lot of things on it. It's talking about wolves and not attacking wolves. Okay, this is actually not as bad as the thing made it look. It's not great, though. Oh my god, some of the advice in here is stupid, though. Don't try to suck the venom out if you're bitten. No shit, what person who's actually sane would try to fucking suck out snake venom out of their own body? You're not really helping yourself in that scenario. Wouldn't you just swallow the venom again in the first place? Like, that's an immediate sign. If you had a phone on you, fucking call for help. I don't know what you'd do if you got stranded and bit by a snake without any way to contact people, because you're probably fucked at that point anyway. Right now I'm talking about WikiHow stuff, because I've talked about some topics earlier, and I brought up, like, two things that were particularly interesting. A was, like, really dumb and weird, or, like, stock photos that are around the internet, and, like, where the fuck they came from, even though I don't really know. We talked about a few of those. Another thing I was bringing up was, like, articles on WikiHow, particularly really weird WikiHow articles. Like, there's quite a few of them. Also, some of the pictures of these are really weird. Let's see, what have I got here? Keep your food away from wild animals. I mean, that's weird advice to give somebody. Like, wouldn't it be easier to lose your food if you keep it too far away from you, rather than fucking putting it away from you and letting an animal get too close to it and probably grabbing it when you're not paying attention? You're gonna head off. It's confusing. I mean, it's not that confusing, but if you don't want to hang around while I'm doing this and reading on these articles, that's fine too. I'm just looking up some stuff on WikiHow based on, like, a thing I found right now to see some of these strange articles. You can just, like if you wanted, just in this discussion, well, I got something I can link in the chat, actually, where people can see some of these articles that I'm looking up, actually, so give me a second. I'll paste this in the chat. This is, like, some of the ones I'm looking up, not all of them. I've been skimming this. Also, just in general, if you look up certain stuff on there, I think something weird, you can sometimes find some stupid shit on WikiHow. Okay, this one wasn't actually terrible. It had some questionable advice, but it wasn't as bad as it was sounding. Let's see what I can find in here. How to treat diarrhea in cockatiels. Okay, that's gross. I'm sure that's probably just for bird species. Cat with bloody... Why in the fuck are all these things on their site? I'm seeing these like on this list here. Okay, this one looks weird. I can't tell what the fuck this is. How to take... I don't know how you pronounce this. Psyllium husk? I'm not actually sure if that's what it says. Yeah, okay. I gotta look that up in a second. That sounds weird. Yeah, let's see what the fuck this is, because this is a strange-sounding article. I swear you can look up fucking literally anything on WikiHow due to the sheer amount of fucking articles on the site, and you can find the result. Doesn't matter what you type out. Like, you could type out just about anything. I'm pretty sure you could fucking search how to commit murder, and the site would give you an actual result. What does this say again? How to take psyllium husk. Okay, I'll just make sure I spelled this and read this right. Give me a second, I'm almost done typing it. Typing with one hand is actually really, really awkward, honestly. Also, I'm getting a little annoyed with Pokemon Let's Go right now. I've been spending so long waiting on a shiny to pop up, and I want my shiny, but even the like non-target shiny hasn't popped up, which is driving me insane knowing my shiny luck's just shit right now. Oh, here we go. I can see what this article is. My fingers again are fucking cramping. Oh my god. I don't know what's wrong with my hand today. It's kind of getting in my way of doing anything. Before I was fine without any problems, and I don't know what the fuck is going on right now. Today, it's just been really bad and out of control. I think it's less of something that bothers me when I'm using a Pro Controller, because I usually have, like, my grasp on it, and I can keep pushing the buttons decently, but for some reason, holding Joy-Cons seems to get this effect out of my hands, like, really easily, and it bothers me every time it happens. Ugh. Okay, let me see this again. It's using a psyllium husk product. What the fuck is psyllium husk anyway? Source of soluble fibers, common digestive problems like constipation or hemorrhoids. Okay, I didn't need to know that. That's like stuff like that. Okay. What is this? Call your doctor, obviously. Psyllium husk your needs. Cookies. Who the fuck would take cookies to help them with like stomach problems? Maybe that's more common than I think. This sounds like weird advice, honestly. That doesn't sound like that would help. Reminds me of those fucking things that drug addicts do, like fucking weed brownies. Read the instructions about your... Yeah, that's right. What the fuck is this on an article for? It's like common sense. Yeah, read the instructions on practically any medication you get before you start taking it. That's not that hard. Add it into your diet, so I guess that's fair, whatever that is. Psyllium wafers. What the fuck is this? Psyllium wafers. I guess that works. I never really cared for those, like, medicinal things that they make that are, like, candy or anything, or, like, it's, like, a gummy that's, like, for that kind of purpose. Like, they make vitamin gummies that they give kids, where they, like, have some degree of chocolate in them. They're not very good, though. Those are usually just really bad. Like, I get the idea they're trying to convey out of it, but it's, like, most kids that are eating it once won't want to take it again, because it doesn't taste very good. It's like, why bother making it into, like, candy if it's not any good? Even then, you don't want kids to eat the basic gummies or chocolate or whatever the fuck you make it into. and just get addicted off of medication. That's not good. Let's see. Well, okay, there wasn't really too much weird in there. There was some stuff that was a little odd, but it didn't look very good. Okay, let's see what else we can find really quickly. Oh, this sounds interesting. Since the description of this sounds stupid already. It says how to make an online dating profile is the suggested title, and it's actually how to become famous on the internet. Oh, I gotta see what kind of dumb bullshit they came up for this. And the next one looks good too. It says how to write a best-selling memoir. The title is suggested how to care for a child with diarrhea. Yeah, they're really taking the piss out of these two. I gotta see these. WikiHow is a weird site. Really weird site. So, how to become famous on the internet. Okay. Obviously, I don't trust WikiHow with this kind of advice. Oh, here we go. Let's see. So far, it's not terrible. Watch people that you're a fan of. I mean, I guess. Because you watch somebody doesn't mean you're going to observe and learn all their tactics perfectly. That's not really guaranteed to get you anywhere. Do your research in the community. You want to get to, I guess that's fair too. I don't know. Managing your online and presence on all platforms. They're relevant to the user regularly and across the different social media platforms. This is common sense shit. Even if that's the case, like, this doesn't guarantee anything. It's not going to mean that you're going to likely get anywhere. It really sometimes boils down to pure luck about how lucky you are getting people to actually watch you. I mean, if you have talent, it definitely helps you, but still partially luck. Could be like a great YouTuber and not get anybody, just depending if you're not good enough for people that want to watch you, and it may not even be your own fault. Register on at least 2 social media platforms. What? And that isn't even when you aren't creating new content. Why would I need to make another platform for something I'm not using? That doesn't make any sense. If I'm doing one thing, why not just stick to one thing? That doesn't happen to be very great advice, and I doubt the person who made this is actually internet famous. Create a personal web or website or blog. I mean, I guess that works if you really want to share your personal life with people, but otherwise, I don't feel like it's necessary at all. I'm not internet famous though, so I don't know. Unclaimed niche. Yeah, that's only, like, a possibility of working. That doesn't mean it'll actually happen. Stay genuine. That's funny. A lot of people who are on YouTube don't happen to be genuine, or sometimes even with streamers, and they still get a lot of, like, people watching them, so I don't think this article's, like, completely aware of what it's talking about. I mean, some of this isn't bad advice, though. Create high-quality content at all times. I mean, easier said than done. What the fuck is this article? That was not a great article. Like, pretty much a waste of time. The illustrations weren't very good either. Okay, let's see. Oh boy. How to care for a child with diarrhea. I gotta see what the fuck this says. It's probably gonna be bad. Hopefully this isn't like a completely awful article. It's like gross to look at and read. Here we go! Let's see what happens. Let's see if this is as bad as it sounds like it'll be. Okay, I'll admit the advice here isn't terrible. I wish I could set up better with, like, actual photos, but I'm not very good at, like, putting pictures up on my screen very easily. Otherwise, I would. I feel like that would be a good way to, like, do this segment, is to just show the stuff as I'm looking at it, but hey, whatever. Prepare for a doctor's appointment. Involve the child's pediatrician. It's a fucking diarrhea case. Like, I feel like it might be a little bit much. You're probably fine just treating them, and unless it's like a continual problem. Oral rehydration, what? I guess this is like meant to be like a continual problem. I don't know. That was a weird read. Not terrible. Some of these have had, like, a lot of these have had, like, a problem where they're not bad. They're just not very good either. The pictures are pretty dumb looking, though. Okay, let's skip down a little more. How to... Oh, what the fuck is this? Small dog like after a fall. Oh, okay. I mean, I'm not gonna bother checking it. It doesn't look that interesting. What the fuck is this article? Two of them. And there's the image is a fucking dog taking a shit, and it says arrows and then to highlight details. The fuck? Why do you have a picture of a dog shitting and it's like diarrhea shit all over a floor? What the fuck? I can only say this is bizarre to see, to say the least. Give me a second. I saw one that I wanted to look at, and I lost which one I was going to look at, so I need to figure out where I was supposed to search so I can find this really quick. Okay, what? I thought I saw something. I'm not able to find it. God damn it. That's annoying. See something you really like and then you can't locate it again? Or I guess like would be maybe not the word here, but whatever. You get what I'm trying to say. Oh, there was something here. I don't know where it was, though. Fuck. Let me try looking a little bit. Oh, yeah, now I see it. It's pretty stupid, though. Yeah, I'm gonna try searching this. It says how to increase penis size using herbs. What the fuck? Who wrote this? Why would you want to search this? What the fuck? Give me a second. I just need a moment to get this searched properly. Oh god, it's an actual article. I was hoping maybe this one wouldn't be real because it's so dumb and strange looking and sounding. I didn't want to actually find it, and yet this is an actual thing. Ginseng. Oh, it's a type of herb, I guess. It's just giving, like, different herbs for this, I guess. I don't know why you would want to do this instead of getting either to talk to your doctor, maybe medication. I don't really want to talk about this topic too much, but there's better ways you could do this. Stop smoking. Really? That affects someone's, you know what, size? I'd be a little bit shocked about that one. I don't know if I believe that. That sounds like it might be a little bit of bullshit, but I mean, I'm not an expert, so I won't say much else. Exercise regularly. I don't know about if that's actually true or not. Lose belly fat. I could maybe see that. They mentioned exercising. I don't even want to know about what that's going to go into, so I'm not going to read it. That was weird to read. Not really funny weird, just really, really bizarre. WikiHow is too strange. Let me finish looking here. There's a one on how to be a porn star. What the fuck, really? Hold on a second. Why is there's one on how to give a rectal exam? What the fuck? How to survive an encounter with an ostrich. I'm not reading that right now. There's some neat ones though. Let me see. I'm just checking. How to be awkward. Why would you look that up? Okay, these were eh. There were some of them that were interesting reads, like the monkey thing, but eh. Not great. It was worth a little bit of time. Let's see what else stupid shit we can find, like, all on our own here. Okay, I gotta check some stupid stuff. See if there's actually results, because I'm sure somebody was dumb enough to make results for these. How to survive an apocalypse. Oh, I gotta see what this is. It was not on the one thing. I gotta go back a moment. This ought to be interesting. It's not zombie apocalypse. I can find that particularly. Gather sufficient supplies to survive in 90 days. And the apocalypse is going to be short terms. The entire country or world is likely to be falling apart. 2 ways around that reality. Having 3 months supplies will get you settled and going. Habits. Okay, whatever. That's not too bad. Stockpile basic survival. Most important items. Gun, knife. There's a milk carton. Some cans. I see some medical stuff. Yes. Oh, yeah. Milk's totally going to be necessary for your survival. Yeah. I could see maybe the gun. I guess if you want to use a knife to, like, cut stuff, like, if you got, like, an animal you're trying to cut up meat for, I guess that makes sense, but some of the stuff's questionable. I feel like with canned food, it'd probably go bad maybe before you could use it, or you might lose it, so I don't know. I guess if you have, like, a car, you could potentially put it in there, but that's questionable already. Jugs of water, canned goods, vacuum sealed goods, medication, blankets. That's probably way more than you can actually fucking carry, honestly. It's a little crazy to suggest all this. There's more on there, too. Guess we're just getting by. Flashlight. Looks like rope. Matches, tape, a map. Who the fuck would actually have all this stuff prepared during a fucking apocalypse? Both healthy against everything. Gee, this guy has like a very idealistic view on what the fuck would be possible during an apocalypse, but okay. WikiHow is such a weird site, like I said. Yeah, the actual fucking pictures are too bad here, but they're really stupid nonetheless. Become a good shot. Yes, that totally just happens naturally over time. I mean, if you're hunting, maybe. Let's see. Pray over time. Or why do you think... I understand praying in religion, but, like, why in the world would you assume that in an apocalypse that praying would help you any? It doesn't really do anything for you. I mean, if you're religious, sure, it might help you have a little bit of peace to yourself, but you're not going to get by every night by praying, like, oh yes, please let me shoot a deer today so I can feed myself. That's not going to fucking happen. Like, I don't know why this article is suggesting stuff that sounds like it would have literally no impact and not help at all. Oh, brother. Okay, let's try another article, I guess. Whether it's not over, I thought it was done. Other survivors, I guess that's fair advice. Stay positive. This is pretty much it. Let's check another thing. Let's see. Alright, let's see if there's anything about... I've got to know if you guys put something like this up. How to talk to aliens, if there's anybody who fucking has this. I have the feeling there's something here, probably. Okay, let's see. Wow, okay. Surprisingly, the actual results are less stupid than you would think, and there's not actually any actual crazy alien things on here, like people talking about UFO abductions or anything. Let me try searching the word UFO and see what comes up. If anything pops up, I'll look. If not, I'm gonna look to another topic and see what we can find. How to tell if a video of a YouTube... Oh, great. Is fake. What the fuck would you really think a fucking YouTube video of a UFO was going to be real? I mean, I'm not gonna outright rule it out, but that's probably fake. We haven't had any actual confirmed alien sightings at any point. Why would a YouTube video that's randomly there actually be real? I don't think there's any reason why it would be. Well, I got some actual results here. Let's see. How to become a UFO hunter. Oh, yes. That way you can be crazy and go after UFOs and have people tell you you're a literal nut job. Let's read this a little bit. Get a good camera. It describes the act of spotting UFOs. Night sky individuals recording their activity. But some even reported being abducted, but no one has occurred. Well, no shit. Society of skeptics prepared for a serious beyond and then on UFOs. Ah, yes, be a fucking crazy motherfucker and stare in the sky all night and try to take pictures of a UFO, and then you actually do, well, enjoy probably seeing something that was faked. I mean, I've heard of people literally throwing out things that look like UFOs just to mess with people. A notebook and a pen. Keep a record of the details of your sightings. Yeah, okay, this doesn't sound crazy at all. Find a UFO sighting hotspot. I don't think there's any places that have been UFO hotspots, if I'm not mistaken, WikiHow. What the fuck? Why is this a result? Like, there's a reason why nobody can confirm UFOs existing, so why would there be a spot where aliens have been visiting over and over again? I gotta keep reading this. This is some good shit here. Hold on a second. I'm gonna check something on my live page really fast before I continue. One sec. I just need to check back on what I'm doing really fast. Okay. I think we're good. One moment, though. Hold on a moment. I want to check something, actually. It's slightly bothering me. It's not a big deal. I saw earlier I had more subs, and it's not a big deal. But like I said, showing my sub count went down by 2, which is a little odd, but hey, whatever. Hold on a moment. Just a second, I'm checking a thing, actually. I guess people who subbed over this and left, I don't know, I don't really care too much. I'm going to try my best to keep getting more subs. I'm not going to beg people to watch or anything. I don't know why people would unsub unless they were expecting more Pokemon content or some shit and didn't get what they wanted, or I don't know, it could be anything. I'm sorry if it's like you're watching this and expecting me to do other things. I'm just trying to end the shiny hunt. I want it to be over just as much as the people who want to see other stuff, because I don't expect that I'll have to keep going on several hour-long streams with nothing, and yet that's what's been happening to me, unfortunately. Okay, let me go back to this article, because I'm curious. Set up camp for sort of the evening. So on the road, doesn't see any activity. If you see anything at all, you crazy motherfucker going on a UFO sighting expedition. Activities you see. Human aircraft. Oh my god, this is a literal crazy person article. Like, holy shit. No one sane would write this article. The ufology community. Yeah, a bunch of people who claim to have seen UFOs. I'm not saying they're not real, but there's not been any drastically real proof of aliens, so yeah, this is stupid. That was weird. Okay, I'm gonna say that that's enough of WikiHow right now. Maybe for a while, if I even decide to go back to that. But I enjoyed a little bit of a change of pace. That was a differing topic that was interesting for a little bit, seeing WikiHow's nonsense and seeing exactly what people have posted on the site. I didn't expect the strange amount of nonsense I saw, though. Oh boy. Okay, I've got 15 minutes left before I'm done with the stream. I mean, probably we'll do another thing tonight and try to continue to attempt to get a shiny, but I'm gonna stop then, so I'll put some more music on for you guys if you have anything you want to listen to. So feel free to make a song request if you want to. If not, it's fine. But if so, it's more than welcome to. Oh shit, Haunter! I just saw it, Haunter! Yes, finally! Oh, thank you God, it's over. Let me check something really fast. I'm so glad that's over with. We finally got our shiny after waiting so long. Wasn't super long, but still. Let me get this link. I didn't actually think I'd be linking anything for certain. Oh, fuck yeah. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna check this link, see if it works. I wish I had my volume on. Of course, it doesn't fucking work when I want to link it. Oh well. Let me get my stuff so I can try getting it now. Oh, shit. No, game, please. Hold on a second. Okay, finally, I managed to make contact with one of my Pokeballs. Come on. Yes, okay, first Premier Ball that actually landed. Yeah, there we go. Fuck yeah, that was crazy. I'm glad that actually happened. It took a while, but we got a Haunter shiny, and now we've got our last one we need for a Gengar. That was something else. I'm glad I managed that tonight. Whew. It's over. I can finally save and stop. Okay, let's save. I'm done with Let's Go for the moment, actually. I just want to get out of the game right now and do other stuff. I'll let you guys vote on some more shiny hunting stuff when I do another session some point in the future, but right now, I am just not doing any more of it. Let's switch games for a little bit, actually. I want to do like a thing or two. I want to do a little bit of Shield. I wasn't planning to if I went over like 2 hours, but fuck it. Let's do some Pokemon Shield for 15, 20 minutes, maybe a little more. I don't think I need to do like a Zero or a kill in order to get one out of the Pokemon Home thing and like get the event shiny, but probably gonna go on one raid for one at least. Also, I want to get a Pokemon for doing some more shiny hunting and do some in Sword and Shield later, so yeah. Also, I just got my shiny charm actually a little bit ago. Let me show you guys my bag here. Let's see, which part is it actually in, though, is the thing. I'm not actually sure which one has shiny charm. Probably in key items, then. Let's see. Yep, there it is, shiny charm. Just got my Pokédex finished in it not a long time ago. Alright, so actually don't think I need to do much, because I think I just need to go to my boxes here. We're going to hatch some eggs, actually, since I've got it on my mind for a little bit. And I'm going to be hunting for a specific Pokemon that I can get from Pokemon Home, actually. We'll do these guys first, I guess. I have a bunch of eggs I still haven't got rid of. Like, I still have my eggs from the Darumaka hunt, I think, so those are unhatched and waiting on me, and I feel like I should probably deal with that. Whether or not it's going to happen today is another matter altogether. I mean, I could try to hatch them all, but there's quite a lot, so we'll just hatch, like, box 11 and probably box 11 and the one I just got the eggs from, so that way it's not an overload of stuff we can do right now. For the rest of them, we'll take care of them when we go back to a shiny hunt and do that, like, immediately. Hey, Wayne, welcome back. Okay, let's go into box. I'm gonna say box 26, I guess. Yeah, I'll put eggs in here that I hatched. Oh, nice. You made it at a good time, actually, because I actually just got my... Hold on a second. Is my music up at all? I can't hear it. Let me... Where's my TV remote, actually? Give me a second before I continue. I actually got my shiny just a little bit ago. You, like, just missed the moment of the shiny popping up. I got a Haunter. Where the fuck is my TV remote at? God damn it. Why is it that when I need it right now, it's not nearby? This is an awkward moment for it to go missing. I can't even tell if the music's playing. Okay. Oh, wait, there it is. I see it. I was going to say, I don't know if I should stop searching. I found it, though. Sorry, I didn't want to make it awkward here. Just want to be able to hear the music in the game that's actually on. Okay, yeah, it is. Alright. So, we're not going to be getting into anything crazy right now, actually. Right now, you're about to hear me boot up Pokemon Home off my phone, actually, because I'm going to be searching for something. I want to get a specific Pokemon, actually. And I want to get a Bulbasaur that's got its hidden ability, so doing that. Also, I don't remember how the fuck to get out of this actual hotel, so it's going to take us... Oh, there it is, the elevator. Why didn't I see that? Doing probably breeding and hatching Pokemon for a little bit. Oh, looks like our eggs are ready for us. Yeah, this is just going to be a little bit of a chill segment while I'm doing this instead of the norm, since I already got my shiny. Oh, I remember this. I prepared these things for a DCS trade in case I could find the person I was looking for, and I got a bunch of eggs in the meantime while I was doing this. Okay. Gonna take a second or two to get what I'm doing. Guys might be able to hear my phone. I can't tell. If not, well, I'll describe what I'm doing for you guys. I'm just hunting up a Bulbasaur right now and looking for hidden ability. I don't like the way GTS is handled over Pokemon Home. The fact that it's mobile only, and also, like, most people who put results up on GTS put up, like, stupid shit that's, like, impossible to obtain. Used to be mythicals that weren't even allowed to be traded over GTS, and then they removed that so that people couldn't put troll stipulations up, but people still put stuff that's, like, either really hard to obtain or not worth it, and is, like an excruciating experience to go through just getting this for the GTS. Okay, there's one that's decent. It's got chlorophyll and it's bold. It's for a Goldeen. Let me see. Is this got to be for Let's Go? Okay, it's got to be for Let's Go. In that case, let me save my game really fast. I'm gonna go directly into Let's Go. Or not Let's Go, we're gonna do in Home really fast over here, and I'm gonna close this really fast, because you have to be kind of quick with these, but as long as you're relatively fast, you can get stuff out of here. I don't like the trading system. Most of the trades in the GTS go by, like, really quickly, so it's not really the greatest. I wish I could just do it from here and get it all done with, but I have to go through fucking boxing shit from here, and then from there actually trading, which is not very convenient, honestly. Okay, right. Let's do I think we need list view, maybe? How do I... Where's the search button at? Alphabetical or National Pokédex number order. Okay, there we go. Let's see now. Goldeen. Where is Goldeen at? I'm not actually certain where it's at. Got our 2 shiny Goldeen, too, yep. I'm not doing one of those, so jump to the box, move. We're going to take this and drop it in the home box, and then save it. See if this actually gets what we need or not. It should, as long as the trade's still up, I think. If I get time, I'd like to do some stuff like prepping stuff for the next time I play Sword and Shield and, like, start breeding Bulbasaurs, but I mean, Whether or not I actually can is pretty much up to luck. But yeah, I got quite a few shinies over my course time playing Let's Go for a while now, but I still don't have my living dex complete. These were, like, the gold inks and stuff, like, a lot of those are collected off-stream. I mean, that's what I've done for most of my shiny hunting, but it's all fun and satisfying to go through anyway. Okay, before I get back into Sword and Shield, give me a second. I'm trying to rush in case somebody, like, grabbed the gold ink offer. And if I can still get it while it's up. Let's see. It is! Okay, cool. Hold on a second. Okay, these are both ordinary golding. I'll just trade this one then, or whatever. There we go. Okay. I'm probably gonna have to go back over to the console version of this, because it's not gonna happen automatically, and then pull this out as soon as the trade gets done in order to get my Bulbasaur put in my Pokemon Sword and Shield. Oh yeah, I need to put a Pokemon into the actual Pokemon from, I think it's, you put one from Pokemon Sword and Shield into the boxes, if I'm not mistaken. Give me a second, because that's how you get shiny Zeraora from the event, I think. Let me check really quick. I might need to check the stipulations on this really fast. Okay, it says... Wait, it says it's people who participate, obviously, and I think it's everybody can get it now, but... okay, you deposit a Pokemon in Pokemon Home, or move a Pokemon between Sword or Shield on Home, so... I think as long as I actually bother to get, like, something into Pokemon Home, it'll count. So we'll do that really quick. As long as this actually works out, because I don't want to miss out on this. Feel a little lame, man, like, not actually getting a chance to participate in the event, but by the time I was wanting to help out, I mean, I was still shiny hunting and not able to get into the game, so I couldn't even try to fight any of these things. Okay, here we go. I think I technically met the requirement. Just to be safe, though, I'll first move this guy over to another box where it's safe, and then from here, we put it in an empty box. We'll go ahead and put, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna put something from Sword and Shield in here. Oh yeah, I need to move this thing too, because I got this from there. The hidden ability Sobble, I forgot to take it out of my thing, so there we've got that now. And let's see, I need to find a Sword and Shield Pokemon that I don't mind tossing on here. Give me a second. I'm not sure what I actually don't need here that I want to get rid of. Got a lot of these guys from, like, breeding, so we'll just put a Slowpoke in. There we go. Alright, there we go. I think we've met the requirements for it. I don't think you can claim the event Pokemon until, like, in July, though, so it's just basically doing it now because you have to do it in a time frame. Alright, let's actually hatch our eggs, and I'm not gonna really do much, unfortunately, because it would take a while and it probably won't really go anywhere. We'll just hatch the eggs I said I would, and I'll go ahead and do one thing, which is I'm gonna set this Bulbasaur up for, like, breeding so I can have it ready to, like, get a bunch of good IV Bulbasaur when I actually decide to return to this. Got 4 more eggs. Okay. Right. I'll be honest, like I said earlier, I think this game has far better shiny hunting mechanics than Let's Go. It's not amazing, but the fact that I can actually fucking save my game and stop and play something else is significantly better than how I can't do that in Let's Go. There is nothing more maddening than being stuck playing the same game because you don't want to break your catch combo. I had to play like nearly a week straight, for God's sake, for the shinies I was hunting after, so naturally I was getting sick of playing Let's Go so much. Hold on a second, I need to check something. I'm gonna do like a little research really quick, so I wanted to see exactly what the recommendation for a Venusaur build is for Sword and Shield, because I'm going to want to set this up in a way where I can get good Bulbasaur offspring when I start breeding. Let's see here. Obviously, it seems like people recommend his hidden ability, and apparently Modest is the best nature, at least according to Smogon. Let's see what Google says overall. He's got an interesting one. It's not really bad, but apparently when you get, like, Sunlight, Venusaur's speed, like, doubles, so... I don't think Venusaur is fast by default, but it seems like it's a lot better if you get it in, like, harsh sunlight. Okay, I need to switch my Pokemon over here. But it's got one more egg. Okay, we'll hatch that really fast. Give me a second to search this. It takes a little bit to tap all this stuff up. Okay, I'm checking here. It says timid and modest and anything else. Huh. I think I'll go for the timid build, actually, because if I'm going for a speed-based nature, it only makes sense to bother with going for, like, pure speed build. Just to see how dangerous the thing will be when it actually gets, like, built properly. I wasn't actually originally going after Venusaur, and I need one for my Let's Go as well. Actually, like, ironically, both these games I want it Let's Go and Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield because I've got both the other Gigantamax starters from, like, Kanto already in Shiny, so it's like, why would I want to skip out on Bulbasaur's line when I've got the other two? Might as well do that one as well, since I can basically just give my Blastoise that new Max Soup stuff that gives them the ability to G-Max, so I'm going to want to have all three and not just 2 out of 3. That only makes sense. As far as Let's Go, though, I'm collecting every single shiny that's available in the game, so naturally Venusaur is going to be part of that. Actually, I'm curious how many the total is for, like, all the shinies you can obtain. Let's check that, really curious. I know how I can find out really easy, I think. All I have to do is, like, figure in the dex numbers and then figure in the Alolan forms and we get our total. Okay, let's see. There's 153 in the base game. Obviously, I've mentioned before, Mew is impossible shiny right now in Let's Go. They haven't given us an option, so we can subtract that to 152. And let's see. 4, 8, 12. From here, 15. Looks like roughly 18 Alolan Pokemon. So that's about 170 shinies. That's a lot of shiny Pokemon. I think I'm around the area of like 120-ish, maybe? I don't know. This may literally be like the most ambitious goal I've ever gone through in a game. That's saying a lot. Like, I've done a lot of things. I went through collecting every single Moon in Mario Odyssey. I always 100% like pretty much every 3D Mario game with the exception of Sunshine. I like to do like a lot of collecting and collectathons. I have challenged myself to some hard games. I'm not the best at them, but like trying to get every shiny Pokemon available in a Pokemon game is on a completely different level than doing collectathon shit, just from like the sheer number of hours I put in. I've got to say, it's exhausting. I think the question I'm like debating right now is, do I stretch this further or do I stop after I get my Darumaka hatched? I think I'm gonna say we'll finish hatching the other two that I was gonna hatch, and then after we're done with that, I'll just save the game. I think I'm gonna handle the one box full of eggs that hasn't been touched yet and just get that all off the stream. That way it's just done with, and the next time I'm interested in streaming this, I can come back and we'll hatch Bulbasaur specifically that stream then. Oh yeah, I didn't ask it yet already. I've talked about it a little bit. I don't know if anybody mentioned this since I started the stream. Did you see the new Pokemon announcement earlier, Wayne? I'm curious. It's not. I don't think it looked very good. There was like another or presentation thing from Game Freak, and it was kind of really bad. Like there was a lot of backlash for good reason. It's basically just a shitty looking MOBA Pokemon game. It's like it looks like a ripoff of League of Legends. And it's free, but they basically clickbaited everybody who clicked on that video. Hold on a second, I saw something on my phone. Let me check if this is something important, just in case. No, it wasn't. It was just fucking Walmart thing that I had from, like, downloading their app, whatever. Actually need to make a trip down there another day or two, because I've been a little low on my stuff. Actually, is chat working? No messages in a little while, just gotta make sure. Just a little concerned, because I have had issues with this chat a lot of times. Specifically, it disconnects a lot for some reason, and when I was streaming yesterday, actually, I saw my chat disconnect on me like, I don't know, a good 3 or 4 times or more during the course of the stream, and it was really, really infuriating to, like, have to keep dealing with this and keep making sure it was working because it just wouldn't hold together. Oh, man. I feel like I've got a huge burden off my shoulders right now, though I was, like, really ready to play something else, and thank God I finished my shiny hunt. I guess I'll give you guys, like, right now, like, what I'm doing tomorrow's stream, just so there won't be any confusion. I'm streaming every day the rest of the week. Tomorrow I'm actually going to be going for another Wonderful 101 session, and it'll probably be relatively shorter because I think it's only going to be like 2 missions that I'll be doing, and then the next stream I'll do 3, and then the stream after that will be probably the finale with the final boss fight. That's alright, anything? Yeah, I mean, I try to be reasonable and talk about a fair amount of stuff and not just talk about whatever. I mean, might as well. It keeps the conversation going. Actually, enjoyed chatting with you guys anyway. Okay, right, I'm gonna say we'll just... Actually, let me double check this Bulbasaur. I think it's good. I'll check both these two, actually. It's got a hidden ability on it. Yeah, same with the Bulbasaur. Yeah. Doesn't have ideal nature, but that's okay. Alright, we'll just stop it here and save the game. Eat meat. I mean, I guess it depends, like, what I cook it. It's usually fried through, like, a frying pan, and I do, like, some stuff grilled, but I don't really eat a lot of grilled food. It depends on what you're eating, too. Might be a better topic for another time, because right now I'm about to stop the stream, I think, and that way I can go rest from doing this fucking ridiculously long shiny hunt and take it easy for a little bit. I've been burning myself out going on this shiny hunt for so long. Alright, that's going to be our stopping point tonight. I went through quite a bit today. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Wonderful 101. It'll probably be short. It may not end up being too short, but we'll see how that goes, and we'll get to that. For Friday, I actually need to install it. I have not yet. I want to get another Ninjala session going and play that now that it's actually out. And Saturday, we're doing the bug off in Animal Crossing. There's the schedule for the rest of the week. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. I'll be heading off for tonight. Bye, everybody. Hope you all have a great day or night. See you soon.